This is Unworldly Perspective. I'm your host, Dr. Kimberly F. Wilson. This is where we take the subjective out of the world and bring you objective perspective. We hope to provide you tools and guidance on your thing we call life, while we be a blessing to you as it is for us to bring you our unworldly perspective. Hello, everyone. I have been away for a while. I'm so glad to be back. Tonight's topic is war. Hmm. We're going to get into it. War, what is it good for? We're going to talk about these prices. We're going to talk about what is expected. We're going to talk about y'all president of the United States, his hot mess. Yes, everything is going up but the pay. We're going to talk about his audacity, honey. Y'all know I like to come with receipts. So we're going to talk about the state of the economy, what's to be expected, what you can do so that you will not feel the pressure of what's going on so much. We're going to talk about this war that he created as a persona to hide the fact that he is in the Epstein files as a pedophile. We're going to talk about a lot. So come on in. You come on in, hit that like, hit that share button. I've been away for a while. So you guys help me build my algorithm. Go tell everybody that I am live. Unworldly Perspectives is live. All right. We want to do a little bit of cleaning when the show first starts. This is Unworldly Perspectives, where everyone perspectives is respected. So you come on in, be respectful to everyone that talks. They may come on the panel, whatever the case may be. Everyone is not going to agree. However, we agree to disagree, but we keep it respectful over here. We don't judge. This is a non-judgmental zone over here. So everyone be respectful. If you go and you catch my replay, please let me know you watched the replay. It is greatly appreciated, guys. I have been away. Life has been life and for us all. So before I get started with my commentary, I am going to send a prayer to everyone out there that may be going through the struggle. That made these high prices. You may have been robbing Peter to pay Paul, and this war has caused you and your family to go through a great struggle. I'm sending prayers to you. Know that no storm lasts as always, and it will get better. So keep your head up. They president, not mine. So I know that's right, sis. Thank you for joining me, my Louisiana sister, and everyone out there that may be watching. I am in Louisiana, Bossier City, Louisiana. And I'm going to share with you guys what this war has did for me. So come on in, say hello. We're gonna dive right into it. I do got someone that'll be joining me that loves his president of the United States of America. Um, I think it's kind of funny. He thinks his president is doing a good job. Again, this is Unworldly Perspectives. Hey, to each his own. However, I think he's an idiot. I think he's suffering from some type of dementia, some type of buffoonery, something he got going on because he cannot think that this war is okay. Michelle 475. Hello, how are you? Come on in, y'all. Hit that like, share button. Rebuild my algorithm up for me, y'all. I haven't been live in over a month. But I'm back like I never left. Life has been life and y'all, but we serve a mighty awesome God. And so I'm so grateful to be with you guys now. I will start going live more. I promise y'all. So come on in, come on in, come on in. So the topic is war. What is it good for? This war is not good for absolutely not a damn thing. The only thing it's good for is hiding the fact that you guys as president, y'all president, not mine's, is in the Epstein files as a pedophile. Him and his friends was having sex with underage girls. So he went over there bullying the people of Iran, and he covering up the fact that y'all won't focus on the Epstein files, but will focus more on what's going in the war. I got receipts. Y'all know I always like to bring receipts. Then you know he is bullying the Strait of Hormuz. It is also putting a strangle on the economy. So even if this war ends right now, we still will see high prices because of this food. So I come with receipts. Let me tell you guys what your president said on yesterday. When I read this, I was like, you got to be the biggest fool on the planet. Hello, sis. Welcome. I said, you got to be the biggest fool on the planet. This is what y'all president said. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to drop receipts. Then I'm going to open up. You guys know you guys can come up. I'll drop the link. You can tell how the war has affected you, why you think the war was started. I'm telling you guys now, it was a cover up. It was a cover up. And so if you are focused on prices, high gas prices, high food, let me tell y'all, I was telling my sister yesterday, Destiny wanted some chili dogs. Usually the chili dogs cost me about $30. Y'all, these damn weenies and hot dog buns cost almost $69. And all I got was some hot dog buns, weenies, chili, some chips, and I think I got her some crushed soda. And when I got to the register, I had to ask her what the price was again. That's just how high things has gotten. And I almost put those wieners in those hot dogs buns back, honey, because I just couldn't believe it. And it is, to me, seems to be cheaper to eat out than it is to go to the grocery store. Can you believe that? Me and Destiny can go to the Chinese restaurant for $28.79. Don't judge me. Yes, I know the total because we go there frequently. But we can go there for all you can eat for $28. You go in the grocery store, you going to have 2 bags of stuff for $100. The math ain't mathing. So let's get into what you guys as president said on yesterday. Let me share my screen with you guys so y'all can see this buffoonery. Hold on, yeah. Hold on, I don't know why it won't share. Mm. Hold on, yeah, I'm trying to figure out this thing, honey. Hold on. I read it. I can't figure out how to share that. Okay. He said, folks, all might go up a little, maybe a little more than a little. Nobody really knows, but it's going to be fine. That's the price of strength. Iran was getting very close to doing very bad things, things you don't even want to think about, and we stopped it. Totally stopped it. First of all, sir, my third grader writes better than this. Or, I mean, come on now. But this is the president of the United States writing like a fifth grader or even a second grader. Nobody else would have done it. If gas hits $5, maybe stay home a bit, relax, enjoy some peace and quiet for a change, spend time with family, have a nice drink. It's not the worst thing. People are always rushing around now. Maybe slow it down, which frankly isn't so bad. And when the midterms come, remember this very clearly. We won. We kept you safe. We did what we had to be. We did what had to be done. Don't punish strength, sir. Is you drunk? He had to be drunk writing this. And how you gonna tell people they're gonna go up high? Gas is going to hit over $5, but that's okay. We can just stay at home. Sir, help it make sense. I went and pumped some gas yesterday, and it's just about $4. And also, let me give you guys a little FYI. Do not play with your credit card when you go get gas. Use cash. When you pay with your credit card, you are being charged an extra 10 cents. The 10-cent matter. So, for an example, if you go to a gas station and gas is $3.89, it's going to be $3.99 if you pay with a card. They're trying to force you to pay things for cash. So cash is $10 lesser than if it will be if you are using a card. Don't believe me? Look at the sign. It gives you one price for credit. It gives you one price. They call it easy pay. The easy pay is $10 cheaper. So for the ones that do not carry cash around that much now, you need to start, because they are charging us to use our credit card, even at the pump. When you go to certain restaurants, they are now charging 10% or 15% for you to use your card. So start carrying cash. When you are on a budget, that 10% matters, y'all. Where it used to take $25 to fill my vehicle up, it now takes $35. So guess what? I carry my little black behind. If I have to go to my office, I don't go to my office all the time now. I only go when needed. I go at needed places and I come my behind on home, because gas is not playing. And then in my opinion, I don't know what you guys have noticed, but this new gas is running out faster than the old gas. Before the war, it seemed like I just went to the went to the fuel station to fill up. It's running out fast. So you gotta pay attention. She said, what the hell? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Gas, if you pay with your card, it is 10 cents more. If you pay cash, it's lesser. For an example, like I said, if it's $3.70, it's gonna be $3.80 if you pay with a card. Hello, Joshua. Joshua is a Trump supporter. We will be getting his take on his president and anybody else. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. No judgment here. However, y'all president need to go to bed, because he got on Beyonce's internet. 9 million people read this fifth grade buffoonery that he put on X about stay at home. It's the audacity for me. to tell people that gas is going to be over $5, but don't go nowhere, just stay at home. Sir, we got to go somewhere. We got to go to work to pay our bills, or you going to give us a stimulus check for us to stay at home? He needs to go up in there with that crooked toupee and give us stimulus for this high gas, these high groceries. He promised the groceries was gonna go down. The groceries has went up to the 10th power. Like I said, you can't even go buy chili dogs no more. What used to be cheap meals is not cheap meals anymore. Joshua, that is incorrect. He did not give us the stimulus. He signed it he wouldn't approve the bill until they allowed him to sign the stimulus. See, that's the misconstrued that he has put out. He wanted to make it seem like, no, 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 no. He did not give us the stimulus. He made sure he did not vote for the bill to go in unless they allowed him to sign for, put his little crooked name on our check. Now, no shade, because I spun my coins now. I ain't no shade. Because I spun my check and I hope he give us another one. But he did not give us a stimulus. As a matter of fact, the Democrats asked for more money in his ugly bill and he declined. Him and his Republican counterparts declined for us another stimulus. Let's talk about it. So, hello, Lynn. Welcome, y'all. Come on in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Build me up in the algorithm. I will drop the link if you guys want to come up and speak your ones and twos. Remember, guys, everybody's perspective is going to be different. We can agree to disagree, but always keep it respectful. Gas prices. So, let me share with you guys. Let me take that down. I had to screenshot that when I seen that. I said, first of all, he cannot write proper grammar. And as the president of the United States, that's appalling. So I'm going to say it again. My perspective is he went over there messing with them people so he could take people mind off the fact that he's in them Epstein files messing with young girls, a pedophile. So if you're focused on the war, you're not going to focus on the fact that he's a pedophile. Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all know I can't. What am I? Oh. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my glasses on. Let me get my glasses on. Let me see what's being said here. Miss Lynn, I am blessed and highly favored, love. God is so good. I cannot complain at all, love. How are you? I hope all is well with you. God, let me put on my glasses. Let me. Let's see here. He says he got all three stimulus and nobody else ever got anything for any president before, and Biden deserves the hate for all that, not Trump. Okay. So, because he gave us some money, he doesn't deserve any hate. Do I need to drop the link for you, sir? Because he gave us stimulus checks, he doesn't deserve the hate. Is that what is that what you're saying? I have to take my glasses off for that one. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure we clear. Hmm? Let me drop the link for you so you can say what you're saying, honey. Our money ain't, I'm with you, Angela, baby. Our money ain't good money, but hey, no shade because I spun it and was waiting on the next round too. Sure was. That money helps me out, baby, because COVID was a struggle for us all. COVID was a struggle for us all. That is the link, Joshua. Grab the link and come on up here and talk about how Mr. Orange Face does not deserve any hate. Biden deserves the hate. Let's get into it. But I'm gonna hate this orange behind when I'm going to the gas station and I gotta pay $4, or when I'm going to go buy some hot dogs and chili and I'm paying $69. And the thing about it is, what really gets me is these kids finna get out for the summer. They need to give us a check to be able to feed these children when they at our house all day eating up our food. Because let me tell you, under his ugly bill, if you are able-bodied, you're not finna get no government assistance, honey. Period. You're not finna get no government assistance. So you can hang that up. If you're able-bodied, you're not getting no food stamps. You're not getting no anything, honey. That his big ugly bill made sure of that. You're not getting anything, baby. No. Okay, soon you get off the phone, grab the link. The link is up there, y'all, for anybody that want to come on and speak their piece about y'all president. But let me do some fact checking. The secretary, yeah, they need to give us some money because these children is about to get out, and Destiny has been counting down the days. I know Bossier Parish get out, I think May the 14th or something like that. And what is us parents gonna do? We already, if you work and they're not of age to be able to stay home by themselves, you already gotta pay a babysitter or send them to daycare. You gotta pay that. Then you gotta find them something to do so they don't run your nerves. Then you gotta feed them. And when they're growing kids, baby, they can eat. Destiny, do not order her anything from the kids menu. So while he up here on Twitter, whatever they call it, X now, he needs to be talking about giving the Americans, since he already know that these prices is going to go up. He needs to talk about giving the American people some money, since he was so quick to put his name down on the last check. But let's do some fact checking on what y'all president is doing. Strait of Hormuz. The secretary has said the Middle East crisis. Let me show y'all this here, because I need to show y'all this here. Let me show y'all this right here, because this is serious and we can't be playing around here. All right, y'all. As y'all see right here, talking about the Strait of Hormuz. He said at a press conference today, 10 hours ago, the Middle East crisis is lumbering into its third month. Despite a fragile ceasefire, the consequences grow dramatically worse with each passing hour. This man said he is deeply concerned. The impeding of delivery of oil, gas, fertilizer, and other critical condiments is disrupting energy, transport, manufacturing, and food markets. If it opened today, it will take supply chains months to recover. It's going to cause inflation to grow. So us as people, we shouldn't have no time for no buffoonery. Your mind got to be on your money, and your money got to be on your mind. Straight up. So even the UN secretary is saying this war is costing us more than we can afford. Each second, each day it goes on. So I'm asking you guys as the audience, what have you adjusted to? What have you had to let go, rather, since this so-called war that he created, being a bully, in my opinion, sending our young men and women over here to fight a war that he calls being a bully? What have you had to adjust? I know for me, I only buy things that is a need, not a want. And I'm a big spender. But now, if we don't need it, I don't buy it. Me and Destiny, usually, if I go to Natchitoches, I usually stay in Natchitoches for a while. Now, honey, them little trips had to be cut out because even the hotels have gotten more expensive. Groceries. Are you saying you've cut out shopping or you shop more? Because as I stated, I've learned that grocery shopping is costing more than going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. You gonna be mad as hell if you go in there and you shop regularly like you used to do, and your tag is almost $200 and you don't even have a full bucket of groceries. You gonna be like, what the hell? Let me go to Golden Corral, or let me go to whatever buffet you have in wherever you from, because it is cheaper. And I never thought that it'd get to a point where it's cheaper for you to go get a 10-piece box of chicken for you and your family than it would be for you to buy that family pack of chicken out of the grocery store. Now that's sad business right there. A pack of chicken, a family pack, is almost $20. And that's just for the chicken. They have places that are running specials where you can get you a family pack for $25, and at least it comes with some mac and cheese or some mashed potatoes and a few biscuits or something. So what are you going to do? For my family, I'm going to go get me the box of chicken with the sides. I'm going to get more for my money. Angela said, I've had to rely more on food pantries, and they even have less than what they give. Wow. So the food pantries are not able to give you guys what they usually would give. Lord. And you know why? Because whatever government assistance they get has been lessened as well under this leadership. And then, of course, they have the Strait of Hormuz closed, so the resources coming in is starting to become scarce. Josh will say, but the thing is, that's on the owners of these companies spiking prices on purpose. It's all to eliminate the middle class. I agree with that somewhat, but they got to raise their prices if their prices getting it from the consumer is higher. They have to be able to pay their overhead. Their overhead is higher. So, of course, with their overhead being higher, they're going to trickle that down to the consumer. because it's costing them more to get that case of chicken. It's costing them more to get that case of ribs. It's costing them more to get their condiments. So their overhead is higher. So they're going to have to pass the cost on to the consumer in order to be able to stay in business. That's a fact. I know we're getting ready to reopen KGJA when Destiny is out of school. And we ordered some earrings, and I noticed these earrings usually cost us $3 less than what they are now. So because of that, when we come back, I'm going to have to adjust our prices because it's costing more to get it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to adjust the prices. To be honest, our next president, Republican or Democrat, will be the worst president we ever experienced. Why do you say that? When you get off the phone, grab the link. I'm gonna repost it for anybody that want to come up and say they 2s and 3s. They have to increase prices to provide their economy sales. Business has to find. I just absolutely, you are 100% correct. Businesses have to survive. So if, like I said, if they're paying more for their case of ribs or for a case of shirts, if it's a clothing store, they have to pass the prices on to the consumer, because it's costing them more to stay in business. Even the rent is increasing. And I don't understand that. A lot of landlords are going up on the rent. How the hell can you do that? Everything going up but the pay. Companies are not going up on pay raises or anything, but the prices are going up. So how do people survive? And then if you in Louisiana, they kick back raising minimum wage. Legislation did not vote for a raise in the minimum wage. So imagine that. They actually don't. The PPP was created strictly for them, and they are cloning using chemicals now. It's cheaper than ever for them. Hmm. It's cheaper for them because they're cloning using chemicals. What type of chemicals? Angela said my rent has increased $50. I currently pay $1,050 for. Whoa. Mm-mm-mm. You're in Florida, right? Let me tell you guys, before this war, I was considering selling my house and moving out of Louisiana. I was considering moving out of Louisiana. However, as shitty as Louisiana is, the cost of living is not as expensive as other states. So for right now, I will buy another property in Louisiana and hold off until after this economy shakes back before I go out of state. Because the cost of living, my friend in Ohio, anti-violence, she said the gas is $5 just about. So I wouldn't want to pay that. So Louisiana has but it is, you can maintain a decent lifestyle here because of the price. They're not in the north where the prices is just out of hand. It was on the news. They're cloning all chicken now using geochemicals to basically step on the natural process and scratch the quantity each harvest. That's probably why the chicken and stuff taste the way they do. I'm telling y'all now, If I eat too much meat, I don't know about you guys, but my stomach hurts really bad. So I've really changed my diet. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat protein, peanuts, raisins, because if I eat meat, it makes my stomach hurt. If I eat too much meat, oh my God. Like I'm balled up in pain type of feeling. So they are doing something to the meat. Got to be doing something to the meat. Oh, you're not in the busy tourist area either. Have you ever thought about moving back home, sis? It's over with for Louisiana until we get people that actually want to turn the state from a retirement prison state to an up to date modern state. I agree, but it's cheaper to live in Louisiana than some of these other states. Now you can go to different cities. You know, I love Ruston, places like that. That economy is booming, um, but just going in different states, like you know how much an apartment costs in New York, California. Angela said Florida, she's paying almost $1,100 for a 1 bedroom. Mm-mm. Nobody. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I tell you guys what, Bossier has its share of whatever it has. But over here in my little neighborhood, my neighbors minds the business that pays them, but my neighbors are elderly. Um, my neighbor across the street, Mr. Jasper, he's a retired Marine. And he's our neighborhood watch, baby. Nothing goes on in this neighborhood without him knowing about it, honey. And no buffoonery is tolerated over here. So we don't have any, thank the Lord, we don't have any theft issues. Police officers stay two houses down at the corner here, and the sheriff stays at the other end. We don't have that buffoonery. It's been plenty of times that I've accidentally left my gate open. Nothing has been stolen. Everyone has cameras everywhere. We hadn't had any issues over here, and I am grateful for that. Although my house has gave me the blues, honey, with a lot of repairs, I am grateful for the area, the neighborhood, and the location, because they plays no games here. And my neighbors come and check on me and Destiny. Um, I stand out and talk to Miss Lucy. I have another neighbor. She's 65. She stays 3 houses down. She comes bring Destiny candy. She loves that she have Destiny put her hair in little plaits. And I always wanted a community where they look out for each other. And so I'm grateful for that, because I do not let the sun beat me from coming over the Texas Street Bridge. So I do understand um the danger that is out there. But I would rather now live in Louisiana until this economy shake out, because at least I know I can afford $4 of gas. California, they almost at $7. Like, could you imagine? What he said, it's cheaper if you make out of state money here, but if you make Louisiana money, no ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Living in, and it really depends on the job. It really depends on the job. But I'm gonna tell you guys, you can't, you have to be in a mindset where whatever you good at now, if you had your mindset on starting a business, now is the time. Whatever you good at, whatever your talent is, you have to have 3 or 4 sources of income to survive in this economy right now. You cannot depend on someone else's company to provide for you and your family. You have to have a hustle on top of a hustle. In New York, McDonald's worker makes at least 2K to 4K a check. That's true. That is true. That is true. But it's to each his own. I like the small country feeling, small town country feeling. I couldn't be in a big busy city. And then traffic, I could not drive on the main busy streets. So it really depends on what you like, I guess. Angela said, I've thought about it because all of my family is there. I have no family here. I've just gotten too comfortable here. And that's understandable. Sometimes change is good, but also it's really what's in the best interest of you. If you feel comfortable there, then make it work. However, if you're in a tight and things are getting tighter, you might want to consider a lease until things, kind of shake out. You know, when I came home in February, people look so different. If I do decide to come back, I'll go to a different. Absolutely, absolutely. It looks like a ghost town in certain parts. I'm not even gonna hold you. And then all of the stuff that we had when we were growing up, Hamels Park, the Dollar Cinema, all of that is gone. So it's really nothing here for our children to do. Then I just read Bossier is not even opening up the swimming pools this year. Shreveport is, but I know mine won't be in the Shreveport swimming pools. No, no. So, you blame the baby boomers. Why? They sacrificed our future to secure their present. That's a good analogy. Shreveport ain't been right since Keith Hightower. And a few more. A few more. He ain't the only one. It's been a few more. But people sensitive about the people they know. So I don't want to name drop nobody and then nobody come for me. Huh. But it's been a few more besides Keith Hightower. It's been a few of us got up in there and made a hot shitty mess as well. When you take these jobs where you supposed to be a public servant, you have to get into the mindset of helping the people and being about the people and not the politics. If we get more people that are in it for the right reasons on helping people, in it to make a difference and not into the politics of it, then it'll be a better city. Louisiana in general. We got to get some of these fools out of there. These rednecks, and we got to get some people in there that it is about making a change, bettering of the people, bettering of the mind state, and all of that above. What I mean, the baby boomers in there, they voted for better prices, a better economy at the expense of being out of control in today's world. Yeah. Slap out of control. The city I'm in was a small town, but they're constantly building houses and businesses, and it is expanding. But the place shuts down by 11, quiet as a church mouse. That's a good thing. I love it. I love Ruston and Natchitoches a lot better than I like Bossier City, being because it's more to do. It's more happening. They have festivals. Their shopping district is 100% better. Um, it's more stuff for the kids to do. The movie theater is more thing because ain't nobody going to Tinseltown. They have a shootout at Tinseltown way too much, so I'm not going to go watching a movie at Tinseltown at all. But when we go to Natchitoches, we go to the movie theater, and it reminds you of that small time feeling. So I definitely will do the small town. What is this light? Back then, we could work a 9 to 5 and live the dream house was 50K. Now the same house is 500K. Absolutely. Absolutely. The housing market is out of control. out of control no matter where you go. And in some places, it's more. Here, you can get a very nice 2-story house for $300K. Anywhere else is almost a meal. You can get a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2-story, acres of land for about $350. Yep. Anywhere else, you're gonna pay almost a meal. Also, homeowners insurance has went up, skyrocketed. It was time for me to renew my homeowners insurance, and I had to ask the agent, "What the hell is this quote? What the hell y'all insuring the Taj Mahal?" I haven't had but one claim since I had it. Why have it skyrocketed? Car insurance has went up as well. Y'all gotta pay attention when you're renewing stuff. Everything has went up. So you have to be mindful of that. Also, now when you go to the doctor, it is a lot of doctors that is not accepting Medicaid more than ever before. If you do not have private insurance, they're not even seeing you. They're recommending you to another doctor. Because now, if it's not medically necessary, if you do have Medicaid, they're not paying for it. Period. Medication either. And this all occurred after this big ugly bill that he had the audacity to call the big beautiful bill. So, do you guys think the war was created for distraction? I am going to put a poll up. I need you guys to vote. The poll is up. Vote for me. Do you think the war was a distraction from the Epstein files? Yes, no, or maybe so. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the war was a distraction? Because this guy here, I was reading another article. Gas is supposed to reach $4.30 in the southern regions by mid-May. Gas will be at $4.30. Back then, you could work a 9 to 5, live the dream house was for, yeah, $50K. Yep. So you guys vote real quick for me and tell me, do you guys think that the war was created as a distraction? But you guys brace yourself, because by the time May is tomorrow, May 1st, the months are flying by. By May, mid-May, first week, second week in May, gas is projected to be $4.30. $4.30. And it's going to go up, up, up. Y'all heard y'all president say it's going to be $5 or more. And that really depends on where you at. So here it may be $5. California, it might be 10. So what you guys going to end up seeing is a lot of people that's in Florida, California, all of those states that is really catching it. They're going to start relocating just to make sure them and their family can survive. They're going to start relocating. They're going to have to start relocating because it's going to be really bad, really fast. So if you one of them people that blows money, now ain't the time. You'll find yourself robbing Peter to pay Paul. So you guys go do your research on the Epstein files. It'll give you guys a better understanding of why this was created. Just before this war came out, explosive tapes recorded by Arthur Michael Wolff show the Epstein claiming Trump liked to F his friends' wives, first slept with these young girls. He was all on the islands. You guys go do the research yourself. It's out there. We have a convicted felon as a president and a pedophile. And he's in charge of whether he wants to press the button or create war and all of that. So we have to pray over our family and pray for ourselves because we're in dangerous times. And then I live close to Barksdale Air Force Base. So we have to be very, very mindful of it. You shouldn't, the state of the economy, you shouldn't have no space or place for buffoonery. Because you got to get to the money, make sure you're able to feed your family. You need to make sure you have money to pay your bills. Because again, electricity going up, gas bill is going up. Everything is freaking going up. Welcome to the stage, Joshua.
Oh,
There you go. How are you? Welcome to Unworldly Perspectives. Now you have the floor, sir. I'm going to mute. Tell me, do you think Donald Trump created this war to hide the fact that he's a pedophilia in the Epstein files? I would love to hear your opinion.
did he start the war? No, no. That probably was Israel. That's probably started that war. He's just participating in it to try to get some money for America because that's all I ever expected from him was to get some money for America. Of course, war happens. That's how every nation became great. I mean, I don't know why everyone thinks war wasn't coming. We do for it. Just it is what it is. Economy's failing. We need some money. We need oil. It's time to go to war. It's that simple. Last time
So,
America got a real win was World War II.
mm,
That's a fact. The golden years came right after that. Of course, not for black people, but economically.
okay. So you don't think the war was created? He went over there messing with them people to hide to distract America that he was in those files.
Well, from what I've read, if anybody is the reason why this even got exposed or caught up in the first place, is Donald Trump. What we do see in the files is Epstein hated him with a passion, talked about him bad. You got Trump on camera talking about what was going on at that island long before president, long before anybody was even on to it. In fact, the FBI said Trump was probably the one that leaked it to them. They don't talk about that though. And then, as far as a war, that's very small to think that we could be on the brink of World War III, all to hide some files from a sadistic man that supposedly killed himself how many years ago? To be honest with you, I'm not even sure the files really exist. And if they really had something on Trump, why they didn't drop it? They had first term, they had in between, they got this term, still nothing from the Epstein files with Trump doing this or doing that. I mean, just seems like some propaganda to me, if you ask me. Because if I had that, if you had that on Trump, drop it. He wouldn't be second president. He would have never became president the first time. I mean, if those files are really exist and they're really out there, and Trump is really there doing those horrible things, then why Trump? Why they ain't drop it? Because
Oh,
the only person we know was there getting extra freaky was Bill Clinton. Nobody cared because it wasn't Trump. We know Bill Clinton was there.
Bill Clinton was there as well as Crooked Toupac, Donald and Bill, all of them.
Ain't
With
no
his,
proof of that though. Where is that?
they showed the pictures with him
No, they
with the
showed the
little
pictures of
girl.
Bill Clinton. They showed Trump with some models from Playboy Mansion.
They was from the play schoolyard. Them little girls looked at like they were about 15 years old.
Sis, that's been debunked already. That was from a Playboy Mansion. That was Hugh Hefner's house. See, that's the propaganda. That's the propaganda.
The
Like
propaganda.
that's the propaganda. Like you know, like that's been debunked. You can go find the same photo on the internet if you know how to look for it. Without the photo, without the blurred faces, so you can see those were Playboy models from Hugh Hefner's mansion. But they won't believe it because it ain't what everybody want to believe. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just not blind or brainwashed by social media.
So is Donald Trump a pedophile or not?
I mean, what's the proof? I'm trying to see how a person that's supposed to be all these things get to be president twice. And the killing thing about it, that it wasn't even back to back.
Cause he cheated.
How? So he the only one can cheat?
Nah, you know they got that man and had the machines rigged.
Listen, we had a president that looked black folks in the face and told us that you ain't black if you won't vote for him. And he made president. And it's so hard to believe that Trump can make president? I ain't understanding this logic here. Like Trump cheated, but nobody else cheated.
Everybody got a little cheating in them.
I
Just
mean,
like
now everybody got a little cheating in them.
everybody got a little cheating in them. I'm gonna say this. I love the Obamas. I don't think they cheated, but I didn't agree with some of all of Obama's practices. It's a couple of things I didn't agree with Obama with. I didn't agree with I'm a Democrat. Now, I didn't agree with a lot of Joe Biden. I'm a big Kamala fan, but I think she should have differentiated herself, but she kept it respectful from Joe Biden's practices of and then did her own. I think Kamala would have did a lot better than this crooked toupee man
Why you
with
feel
his
like that and she was just VP for the last 4 years?
hmm?
Do you understand that administration was probably the worst administration in American history?
Okay, name why.
Because they literally almost sent us into a Great Depression. This is a fact. The numbers don't lie. It got horrible under Biden. It was so bad. And you know what Biden told us?
What?
He said you rather have cheap gas prices or Putin in Ukraine. That's what he asked us. Why he sent all our money over there.
Okay, Susanna asks, do you really feel Trump is not the reason for this chaos?
Listen, Trump, one thing about each president, they come into situations already happening. We're blaming Trump as if we're treating him like they say he act like he a king. We treating him like he a king because we blaming him for things that was already messed up when he came back. Things that was already messed up when he got to office the first time. Now, I'm one of those people that remember what people were saying during these times. I don't seem to, have short-sighted memory like the internet does. So I remember first term, everybody was loving Trump. Why? Because we was getting cheap gas prices.
Not everybody.
Sis, stop it. Gas has dropped down to like a dollar something. A dollar something.
I didn't like him for nothing but signing my check because he handled COVID horribly. He
I
said
don't think
disinfect
so.
yourself with bleach. So you don't think him telling the people to go inject themselves with bleach because he's an ignoramus? Go inject yourself with bleach.
Let me ask
He
you a question. What's the
ignored.
vaccines? What they saying about the vaccines right now? Exactly. See what I'm saying? See, Trump is just an entertainer with some money and a business mogul. That's it. He was never a politician. So of course he can say some off the wall, some false narratives, some crazy because he's entertaining. But the truth is, Trump done kept it more real than most presidents we done ever had. Trump was the first one was like, man, that vaccine really ain't that. Trump was the one saying this virus came from China.
So
Like, like we acting
again,
like,
he knew about the virus though. Obama passed down
mhm.
the the report that if something wasn't done, we was going to be hit with a major epidemic.
Do you
He
know that
ignored
that happened during Obama's term too, though? It's called Ebola. Everybody forgot about that. Obama ain't send no money. Obama just told us to stay in the house too. Everybody forgot. It's like that's what I'm saying. Everybody forgetting. Like that happened during Obama too. And guess what? Guess what? Obama deported more immigrants than Trump, killed more people overseas in the Middle East than Trump. But don't nobody talk about this. Nobody talks about, oh, it's videos of kids in the fences during Obama's time, and Obama walking right through, like they weren't even there. But now that Trump got ICE going hard on these immigrants because we got a real immigrant problem, like I
they
ain't
not
understanding.
going hard on just the immigrants. What are you talking about?
Who else they took?
They are picking on people that are citizens now. They are picking on
But
people that is trying to make a living. They are bullies, just like the orange man with the cricket face.
they bullies.
Yeah, the ISIS is bullies.
Let me
I
ask you a
watch
question.
them
Let me
come.
ask you a question. See, me, I actually know somebody who has a that knows somebody who's in jail right now for helping them get over here. That part they leave out.
Okay, what about the citizens? What about these people that has gotten killed for ICE? The claim one of them claimed that the
I know
woman
you ain't
had a
talking about
gun.
that white woman.
Yes.
Oh, she did that to herself. She would have got killed by any kind of law enforcement if she did what she did. What you mean? You tried to hit him with a car.
If you watch that video, he was nowhere in the path of the vehicle. The vehicle wouldn't have hit
They
him.
literally will kill you if it looked like you trying to hit them with a car. Like they
Okay, what
literally will
about the
kill
ER
you.
doctor worker that they killed?
The
What was he
who?
doing?
The who?
The ER doctor?
Explain that shit. I ain't heard about that. What happened with that?
He was protesting
And what
and
happened?
got
Like
attacked.
he was protesting and he got attacked by
Yes,
ICE.
but yes, by ICE.
I'm saying what was the nature of, I didn't see it. I don't know what's going on to say whether
Let
they
me
was wrong
pull
or
it up
not.
for you. Let me pull it up.
But
Anybody in the chat, you can chime in on this in the issue.
and for Suzanne, no, I do not feel like he's the reason for this. This existed long before him. If anything, we seeing what's really going on with him being the president. We seeing that there is in fact other entities in play. There is in fact a shadow government that's really running it all. And it seems like Israel controls America. That's what it looked like.
All right, I got a video. I'm going uh, okay, let's add this here. Check this out.
And we're going to see it together. Okay, so this is the video that has been going around social media. It appears to be the correct location at the correct time posted today. We verified that much. We want to show you, and there's other videos that show the same person at the same time. So that's why we feel like this is authenticated and we're able to air it right now. We're going to pause it right before the shot of this man going
Look
limp.
at this here.
But we're going to
That's the guy. That's the guy they killed.
show you
Mm-hmm.
exactly
Look
what
at this
we're
here.
seeing
Kicking that man,
on
he
this
on the
video.
ground. Look at this here.
This video starts with federal agents trying to detain a man who's in like a khaki colored sort of jacket and pants. The man can be seen when we re-rack this, you'll see it. The man can be seen on his knees on the ground with two agents on top of him trying to detain him. It's unclear if these agents know this man is armed. It's unclear if the man threatened them in any way. We don't know any of that. What I can tell you is that these agents are aggressively on top of this man. And a third, what appears to be an agent with a tan-colored coat and jeans, we're going to keep watching this, walks over to the scene. Watch this guy with the coat on here. He has nothing, it doesn't appear he has anything in his hand until he reaches down and tries to help detain this guy. There are clear, more zoomed in videos where I can tell you that right here, that person walks away with a gun in his right hand, which would be on the left side of the screen. That person in that tan jacket spins away with a gun in his right hand with closer imaging that you can see.
So he had a gun?
The ground's gun? Unclear. Don't know whose it is. But it is at that point when it freezes is when we hear the gunshot. Okay? And we don't know where, right here. We know there's a gun in the hand of that man right there. Again, is it the person on the ground's gun? Unclear. Is it an agent's gun? Unclear. But this moment right here is when a shot is fired. The person shooting the video then swears and says, "Oh my, they just shot him." And then you hear a series of more gunshots. There's about, call it 3 seconds in between the first shot and what appears to be a rally of other shots. I can't read anything else into this right now without other angles, without law enforcement experts, use of force experts to weigh in, because we can't make
Okay, you can pause it.
That is precisely what this shows. People online.
Yeah.
From what it looked, from how it looked to me, it's hard to say because I don't know if he had a gun or not, but they look like basic police brutality to me. Like, I mean, that's basic police brutality. It's not just because it's ICE. like they do that to a lot of people. Like, it's not just that person, because then a lot of people don't even know majority of ICE is Hispanic.
I understand that, but I played that video so you'll know that it backs up my point.
I mean, that's an unfortunate situation, but can't just blame it on ICE. That's police brutality. That happens to everybody. And can happen to anybody, man or woman, even child. That's been a problem in America.
But the ICE agents are appointed by the crooked to pay.
She kind of crooked. Listen, this is my thing about it. What do people want from this man? Y'all complained about immigrants. We do have a real illegal immigrant problem. We practically, military wise, we practically invaded. So now he got ICE out there being aggressive. People complaining about that. They complained about the drugs. Now cartels are listed as terrorist groups, which means he can use military force now to stop them. So he been bombing drug boats all across the water. People had a problem with that. I'm not understanding, like, what do y'all want from this man? Like, y'all want him to get up there like the Democrats been doing and lying and playing in your face all day, when he the only president we see actually doing something. He's actually taking action.
He's taking a lot of action by causing me to have to pay $69 for some damn wieners and hot dog buns.
Listen, a lot of that ain't him. That's what I was telling you in the comments. A lot of that ain't him. A lot of that is just these companies choosing to do that. They don't have to do that. That's why Arizona tea is still $1.
Okay, well, what about this man getting on Beyonce's internet on X every chance he get, ran off like a second grader.
Y'all believe Trump writing it? That man 80 some years old. Y'all believe he writing it?
Yeah, cause he write like he talk, ignorant.
Man, listen, man. Y'all gotta
Ignorant,
wake
don't
up.
know what he talking about. Somebody
Y'all
need
gotta
to
wake
give him
up.
a
I'm not a super Trump report supporter, but I see what's going on. What's going on is America is it's time, y'all. It's time for war. This the only way America shakes back economically. It is a fact. You can Google this and research this. The America's golden years came right after World War II. Then
Yeah, that's
Vietnam
bad.
came. Vietnam came. This is how every great nation became great. That's why Russia and Ukraine at war right now. China talking about taking Taiwan. This is how every great nation became great. War.
Mm.
Like this is how it goes. It's called pillage and conquest. That's the name of the game that these governments play.
Okay,
Control.
so you feel confident with the guy that can't hold a correct sentence, can't speak a correct sentence.
Oh God, I take Trump over anybody. He the only one stepping. How many generals then got killed?
Stepping,
I
this
mean,
fool finna step
how
us right
how
into
many
a coming
generals?
home.
How many generals then got killed? Everybody talking about what these other countries gonna do, right? But we ain't seen a missile in the sky since what? 1942. We ain't seen so much as a bullet fly over here since 1942. And no,
Angela
no, no,
said, "Are
listen.
you fighting in the war?"
Who me?
Yeah.
No, I'm black. Unfortunately, the country doesn't love me enough for me to sacrifice my life. But if I have to, I'm put like this: in a situation where we're actually invaded, for sure. But going overseas, nah. You ain't finna go send me to fight the Towel Boys. But I get what's going on. Y'all don't understand. If Iran fall, America just became the number one plug for oil in the whole world. Everybody got a shot with us. China, Russia, anybody. Everybody gonna have to play ball then.
So he's bullying them out they spot so we can become the number one spot. That is bullying though, right?
This is America, right? What they call America? The world's bully. This America, baby. This how it been did. Why y'all acting surprised? Y'all went soft? Like that's what this is? Y'all went soft? This is how it goes. It's harsh, and I ain't saying it's right. But guess what? That's how America became great. What you mean? That's how America became great. We go over there, we take it, and then we bring it back. This is how it's been done. World War II didn't have nothing to do with us until Japan hit us, but we was already in it by that time. World War One didn't have nothing to do with us, and we was in it. Why you think we was in it? Cause why? What happened before World War One? The Great Depression. Time to get some more money, pillage some more villages, and take some more land. It's a reason why America, the only country, got bases in everywhere around the planet, and nobody else does. We the bullies and the police of the
So
world. This
I'm
is how
about
it
to
goes.
I'm finna show this and you tell me, is this the president you talking about real quick? Hold
Man,
up.
all I know is we got a president who ain't sent a million soldiers, but sent a million missiles. Like, hey, all I know is
And we need to have a leader that is real tough. You're
This
never
your
going to.
president.
I need water. Help me.
he's
I
an
need water.
entertainer.
Help. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce.
I
This is
know
a
you
tough
can't be
business. Oh, yeah.
serious,
Oh, I know.
Doc.
You're a tough guy.
Good
And we
entertainment.
need to have a leader that is real tough. You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting. The Democrats. Ooh, there was a mosquito. I don't want mosquitoes around me. I don't like mosquitoes.
That's a good
I
entertainer.
don't like
That's
those
what he
mosquitoes. I
was.
never did. Okay, speaking of mosquitoes, Hello, Hillary. How are you doing?
Oh wow! See, this
I'm
the kind of
challenging
come on now.
President Obama,
Hillary,
my
but
son
we all
Donald,
know Hillary
my son
fake.
Eric.
Why we
Let's
defend
go,
it? It's like the
ladies.
hatred for Trump is blind and simple logic.
Look how crooked that toupee is about to fall off. He better
She's
not
shocked
rub
that
it
I
too
picked
much.
her.
We've been new to you. We've
In a
been new to
state of shock.
toupee was fake since the
Not thinking
apprentice.
That's okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry? No.
Look how nasty he is.
I need water. Help me. I need water. Help.
Joe Biden is asleep.
I just wanted to give an example for y'all that ain't familiar with the buffoonery of y'all president of this United States. He a straight clown. He ruled the people. I'd have been got arrested if
What do you expect from this? Is the question I asked again. What do y'all want from this man? Y'all, this is what y'all been getting the last few years before Trump came. Y'all been getting a bunch of lying ass presidents. Y'all been getting a lot of presidents that play like they goody two shoes and really snakes. But we don't never find that out till years later. You finally get a president that's actually being himself, being the same person he's been being before he ever became president. The same thing that made him a celebrity. And now all of a sudden it's a problem? Like, I'm confused. Like, what do you want? At least he telling some kind. At least we know one thing. If it go down, Trump gonna send the missiles. We ain't gonna send 1,000,000 troops over there like Obama and Bush did. We ain't gonna run off either, like Biden did. What we gonna do is we know one thing: if a missile hit America, they getting nuked, and it's gonna be over. That's called patriotism. What y'all want America to be soft? Y'all got more sympathy for everybody but America.
let me tell you what the
Like,
patriotism is
what y'all
costing.
want them to do? What y'all want them to do? That's the question I ask. What do y'all want from this man? This man is doing something about everything people been complaining about the last few years, and it's been a problem.
I would like the crooked toupee to step down because his patriotism has cost America
Cost us what?
$50 billion. That's how much his
So why
bullying.
nobody care when Biden sent over 150
But wait
billion
a
in
minute.
Ukraine? Why
I
nobody
I
care
do care,
then?
but this is my point. We have people barely able to feed their children.
That
Like
started with
Tupac
Biden.
said, they got money for wars but can't feed the poor.
I mean, we spending trillions on it. We better have it. We better have we better have it. We spending trillions on it. Better. America been spending $1 trillion on its military since the 80s. So we
But
better
see,
have
my
all the
point
guns.
is, in his big ugly bill, he claimed it wasn't no money to put into Medicaid. It wasn't enough money to put, but you found some money for your bullying war. He's
The
a
money
hypocrite.
for
He's a
war is
liar.
already there. It's called a budget. It's called a military budget that's already there. What you mean? You supposed to take money from your military to put into Medicaid,
No,
which
you can
Biden
take
messed
money
up?
from his going to go get his toupee fixed or going to
All
go
I'm
be
saying is,
in a Lago. You can
all I'm
take
saying is, we got to be more realistic. These economic problems we having started with Biden. That is a fact. The reason why Medicaid don't have no money because Biden drained all of the Senate to Ukraine. Why nobody's
Joe
talking about
Biden
this?
drained
Like,
Medicaid. I got a fact
he
check
said it in the debate. He said it in the debate. Like, I ain't gotta lie. He said it in the debate. Go look it up. We finally defeated Medicare. Remember he said that? Then sent Kamala up there to lose. I ain't see this much slander for Biden. This man, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Arguably, him and Kamala was the worst administration damn near ever. And nobody
Well,
cared. Nobody cared because it wasn't Trump. But soon Trump get in here. Now Trump getting all this blame. Like he did it when the problem started with Biden. Trump trying to
I have a
clean up.
question for you.
Trump trying to clean up what Biden did. Y'all already be blaming Trump. Like Trump the problem.
That man ain't cleaning up nothing. He messing up, in my opinion, because things got worse since he came in. He
It
lied and
was
bought
gonna
them
get
little
worse.
he brought them plastic groceries and during the when we was getting ready to vote, like he was finna lower prices up the line.
Yeah, until
Steady
he got
line.
in. Yeah, until he got in and realized that Biden had sent all the money.
Oh nah, he was lying to get people votes. He knew he wasn't finna lower no
But
no
why is it such a problem when Trump lied a little bit, but Democrats, Biden, Obama, they've been lying forever.
I ain't for none of them lying, but I am for being able to go and pay $30 in the grocery store and get me and my family a little bit of groceries
All I
compared
know
to
is you
only
had that the
bag.
first term. That's all I know. You had that the first term. Now second
That's
term, it's
because
gonna
he
get a little
inherited
ugly.
Obama. Obama let him. Obama. Everybody. He inherited good grocery prices.
He inherited good grocery prices.
Just like he inherited the stimulus and wanted to sign his name on it. He didn't give us nothing. He just took credit for it.
I mean, I would too, just like any other president would. I
Oh,
got to sign.
that's
You,
true.
we don't want to give credit to the man. He got to sign off. Just like if it was another president, that president got to sign off. If Trump say no, that don't happen. So he gets the credit. It don't
Oh.
matter what the previous president. If Trump say no, we ain't doing it. It don't happen.
You have a question? I want to know. Sue wants to know, what is your accolades for Obama? What is your accolades for Obama? What did let me put this.
I don't even want to talk about Obama because if I say it, your page gonna get banned. I don't even want to say it. We know what Obama who Obama looked out for, and we see the results of that in our children's classrooms for what Obama did. That's what we see. That's what Obama did for
Oh well,
America.
I follow your drill, but yeah, don't say it because I have the community support. So
Hey, Medicaid didn't go bad until Obamacare came in. I remember a time you used to could show your Medicaid card, and that's it. You put it right back. You ain't got to touch nothing else in your wallet. Now, co-payment.
thank you to the big ugly bill.
No, that started with Obama, man.
What are you
Obamacare
talking
did that.
about?
I'm talking facts. Obamacare did that. Obamacare messed up Medicaid, Medicare. That's a
No,
fact.
no. Under Obamacare, you can go get you some veneers for about 6 grand, seven
Yeah, if
grand.
you
Now
had
you just
Obamacare, but if you had Blue Shield, if you had Medicaid, Red River, Blue Ribbon, you had whatever. Guess what? You're coming out of pocket now, and they stopped paying for half the medicine. This is a fact. Don't nobody want to talk about this. That's actually what got Trump in the first time, because he talked about how Obamacare destroyed Medicare. This is a fact. It didn't go bad until Obamacare came in. And if you didn't have Obamacare, and whatever other medical insurance you had, you were screwed.
all I know is I done had to go to a doctor, two, maybe three or
And
four.
then let's be clear. Let's be clear. Going to Medicare has always been expensive. It's always been ridiculous. You can go get a checkup, and it's always been a couple thousand to get a checkup. Like it's always been like that, long as I can remember. So
This is what I know for a
that
fact.
ain't start with Trump now.
I've been to the doctor post Obama, after Biden, when Biden was there, and when now the crooked toupee. And
She
I
got
know
it
for
crooked
a
too.
fact things are much higher under this ugly bill than they were going to the doctor. When you go see a specialist, your co-payments are higher. Now
Hmm.
you have to have a prior authorization to even get your medicine paid for. You have
Hmm.
to damn near be dead now for them to approve certain procedures and approve Now for an example, even with private insurance, the real good kind,
Mm-hmm.
you now have to prove if you need sleep medication, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta have a sleep study
What's wrong with that?
before the insurance would even pay for it.
What's wrong with that? Too many junkies. Too many people out here finessing the system. Too many doctors going to jail. They just took one to jail a couple days ago. I know you saw it on the news. What you expect? This is what I'm saying. Like, what you expect? It was going to come to this. It was going to come to this. It just happened to happen under Trump. Like,
I
it was.
understand it coming to this, but when it is an inconvenience for me, I got something to say.
This is my thing. A lot of the things that are happening right now with the country are happening because it's been so bad. It was coming to this. Like how he's going at the Board of Education, Department of Health. Why is that happening? Because they're selling us fake food and our education system has been horrible for years. So it's time now. What Trump is trying to do, okay, since the state don't want to play ball, the way we trying to play ball, we gonna separate the federal from the state. Now the state gonna pay for it instead of the federal government. And look what the state doing with it. Look what the state's doing. They don't want to pay for it. So now it's just getting worse. The teachers making less.
Yeah, that's very true.
The
That's
te-
very true.
Like Trump showing us what's really going on with the country. Like you just people just don't want to acknowledge it because they hate Trump so much. That man cut them off from them government funds. Now they all the money they've been accumulating that don't nobody know what happened to it, especially Louisiana. All these jails they built, they always got money for a jail, but they ain't built a new school in I don't know how long.
And some of the schools is closing.
I ain't seen the new school, a new hospital. I ain't even seen a new grocery store.
Yeah.
Where the money going in? Cause y'all collecting money from state tax, prisons. Where the money going? So Trump see, why are we study paying for this when y'all got the money? So I'm gonna just cut y'all off from the federal funding, and then let's see what you do with your state and what you do with your state. Corruption. That's what it's called. Corruption. But don't nobody. But it's Trump fault, right? We wouldn't even
I
be
ain't
talking
blaming
about this.
everything on him.
We wouldn't even be.
Legislation, you got your legislation, you got your Congress, you got your mayor, you got all of that.
We wouldn't even be
All of
talking
them
if
are
Trump didn't
from
cut them off. We wouldn't even be talking about this right now. We'll still be begging for them to get shut down. See, people forget what they said. Like everybody was begging for the Department of Education to go down. Why? Because why is so many of our students not being able to read on our grade level, on their grade level? Why is that happening? And it's been happening for a very long time now. So
So if the Department of Education and went down, why they didn't take these damn student loans down with them?
you know they're gonna get their money. You know the money is always important in this country. They gonna take that money. They gonna keep that. You know that. They need that. You know that. You think they couldn't have wiped student loan debt by now? First of all, why are we getting charged so much for education?
Exactly, and you have other people in America don't even use what they go to school for.
So what they tell you? See, that's a bigger than Trump problem. It's been going
And
on for a
then
long
let's
time.
discuss this. You pay so much in education. Like guys out there, to all of my listeners, I have a doctoral degree. You wouldn't believe how much my student loan debt is. I owe $140,000
I better be able to do heart surgery after that.
in
Like,
student loan debt.
tell me what's the purpose of that?
And I'll be dead still owing that.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of America has a lot of internal problems, and to be honest, no president can really fix it. It's gonna have to come from the other sides of it, the other angles, the other powerhouses in the country. That's where the problem really lies. And look at Louisiana. Everybody know how bad Bobby Jindal was.
Yeah, we gotta fix Congress. We gotta fix legislation. Whoever
Like,
president, we gotta fix. We gotta start there.
cause guess what? The truth is, man, the president, whoever gonna be the next president, that's gonna be who that be. You know what I'm saying? But the for state wise, that's where we more as the citizens have more control. We don't really have control of who will be the next president, but we can control who be the next governor, who next be our next state senate, our DAs, our judges. We can control those things because these are the people that's making the laws.
Absolutely. I was watching Roland Martin, and one of his guests was saying the most important election is not for presidency. It's your state Congress, your state legislation, it's your state representative. Because if they don't line up with your values, it ain't gonna matter who the president
Ooh, at
is.
all, at all. It ain't gonna
If
matter who the
your
president.
state Congress is a imbecile, Louisiana have one. He don't know what the hell he doing.
And we already know what he on now. Now, see, this is why it's a real problem with the way our youth are moving, all the killings and shooting. Because now he finna be on the manhunt for all the youth, and you know it's gonna be the black youth, right?
Yep.
So now you seen what he said on that on the speech thing. You seen what he said, like
Hmm.
now. Now anybody under 21, I say from the ages 15 to 21 for to be getting harassed for the police like crazy. And if they look young, they getting pulled over, everything. It's for to be that. And you know why? You know why it happening? 'Cause they want to be reckless. See, we can't be mad at situations like this when these type of things happen. We can say it's unfair for our young black youth, but at the same time, they brought it on themselves. We always knew it was going to come to this. Eventually, with the way these YNs are moving, the shootings, the killings, and all that, especially with the 8 kids just getting shot. Oh man.
Speaking of
Oh
those
man.
8 kids getting shot, we have a problem here in Louisiana. I'm going to talk about that on my next episode of Unworldly Perspectives next Thursday. We're going to talk about this domestic violence dilemma here in Louisiana and all over the country, really. But let me tell you guys how bad uh, the domestic violence, we're in a war with domestic violence all over the country. Here in Louisiana, it is very bad. If you go to criminal court, every other case, well, at least I'm gonna speak for Bossier Parish,
Yeah, you right.
is domestic violence. Domestic violence. They second or third count domestic violence, and it's not just a man against a woman thing. Women are now being charged for domestic violence as well. So that's why we got to teach our daughters that it's never okay for you to put your hand on a man if he can't put his hand on you.
That's real. I mean, as far as my opinion on that is, I think what we got going on is a lot of sensitive people and a lot of weaponizing the system. I say I believe like 70%, maybe 60, 70% of those situations are actually domestic. The rest of it is just drama. Ain't nobody really get touched or nobody really got hit. And they police because people have weaponized the police system. People have weaponized it now. So
They
now,
have.
yeah, everyone knows now they can call the police, say you hit them, and you going straight to jail. Especially if they
Absolutely.
believe. So I think a lot of that is going on because don't get me wrong, Shreveport got a lot going on, but it ain't that much chaos going on. Like not like that. Like some situations, I'm like, you mean tell me I'm seeing this many men, this many women going to jail for domestic violence? That don't even add up. They don't add up.
I know in Bossier Parish, I know down in Bossier Max, it's a lot of mother suckers that can't keep their hands to themselves and they on their
I
second
mean,
and
I
third strike.
believe that. I believe that. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying with the amount of cases, at least 60, maybe half of that is just some BS. You know what I'm saying?
And
Because
it may be, but I know the victim
but
advocate
the
here.
bad part of that is for the people that's actually going through. All this does is the more cases they run into that they find out really ain't about nothing, ain't no none of that really went on, the less real victims get believed.
I
They
agree. I
like
agree.
like they're not gonna take it as serious no more because they're gonna feel like, ah man, either somebody lying or they're gonna be right back together. So they not taking it no like serious like that. That's why when you can file somebody missing, and I know this for a fact, you can file somebody missing, they not even gonna start looking until like a week later.
Yes, and then also with the system, uh, they already have a hard time believing the victims. But if you just so happen to go back to a situation the second time, they're not going to be as aggressive to help you
Yeah, they
because
damn it
they're
not
gonna
even gonna come.
all be looking at like I told you so you shouldn't have never went back. We told you to stay away from them. They're going to not handle your case with the same expedited service as they did on the first try. So just be mindful to that. All of my kings and queens out there that are listening, if you go back, you will not get the same treatment. You all almost got to prove yourself in your rationalization of why are we here again.
True, true. I think first of all, I always felt like something like this is what I mean by things that better the country. Something like therapy should be free.
I agree
Like
with that theory.
something like because there's so many avenues of trauma that you know, like with the guy, like they say these military vets are losing their minds. They really saying something. Everybody losing their mind. Nobody really got no therapist, nothing they can go talk to, and most people can't even afford it, even before inflation. Like,
But I agree to that a certain extent. But I ask you this: if the therapy is free, who pays the therapist that not only sits and listens and have to go through school with
mm,
all of that financial aid on their credit report, and then they have to go through medical school. They have to go through so much just to be qualified to do that.
mm.
And while putting their mental health on the line. So who pays the therapist?
I mean, honestly, that's where the taxpayers' dollars should be going. That's where the state comes in. That's where the federal come in. At. These are the people. I always felt like doctors, therapists, those people like that, people that's detrimental to the structure of the nation. They should be paid by the government. They should be paid by the taxpayers' dollars, by the state. They should. It shouldn't. I shouldn't be a person that went through some traumatizing, whether it's my fault or not, and then turn around and have to be making probably maybe what 60K a year just to even be able to afford to do one, to get a therapist to keep me from killing myself or killing somebody else. Like it's serious. So most of these people that losing their mind can't afford a therapist. That's the thing. It ain't that people wouldn't go; they just can't afford it. Who can afford to pay a therapist $100 an hour?
Now that is a good
But you know who got the money to do that? The state, the federal government.
they
That's who
sure
got the
do.
money. So it wouldn't be much of an issue. You see, the problem with America is we need an update. Our whole system, our whole everything is outdated. It's time to update. We still acting like it's 1945. It's not 1945.
Do you
You
find that to be in different some states? Because in other states it's not like it's 1945. Louisiana though it is, but other states are far more advanced than some of the southern states.
but see, that's always been the case. See, their systems is just as outdated. They just always had more money, more population, more land. You know what I'm saying? So it appears, yeah, they're more advanced just off the strength of the population, historic landmarks. First of all, Louisiana is the home of slavery. Like, we weren't even really a part of America in Napoleon days. You know what I'm saying? So the whole southern border, like, yeah, we're behind on time. So it looks like they're more advanced, but they're just getting everything way faster than we are because of the mass, the population, engineering, all that plays a part in it. If it's only, let's just take Shreveport. If it's only 300,000 people in Shreveport, Bossier, when it's a million in Houston, of course Houston gonna be more advanced. You know what I'm saying? It's a numbers thing. Like, if the focus changes, like right now, everybody's stuck in this dream of trying to get a dollar. Once upon a time, it was about building the nation to make the nation great. Now it's about getting a dollar. There isn't much building going on nowhere. If somebody is building something, it's just to make some more money. Like, it's time for our whole system. Our whole system need to change. It's outdated. We still forcing people to get car insurance. We're still paying for Medicare. Like, other nations is not doing it.
So
Like,
why don't you think you should have car insurance? Why don't you?
because if I bought it and then I gotta turn around and pay some more money just to put it in my name, if I'm not forced to get Medicare, why am I forced to get car insurance? So I'll break it down like this. The average person might have a car wreck once every 5 years. So for 5 years, you've been paying your car insurance every month, but you only had one car wreck in 5 years. Now, I don't know how other states do it, but I know in Louisiana, that means you had to renew your insurance, and it probably went up 5 times before you ever had a car accident. And so, boom, you have a car accident. Depending on what kind of insurance you have, they may or may not pay for your injuries. They may or may not pay for your car, depending on whose fault it is. Just depending on the insurance company and all that. That's a scam. Because you know what's gonna happen to your car if your car is totaled out? Either way it go, it's getting towed to the junkyard. Now, I think it should be optional. I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. If you can afford to buy car insurance, then you should be able to afford it. You can get it. But if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be forced to have it just to be able to drive a car that you already bought, and you had to pay some more money just to even put in your name. On top of having to have a driver license to even drive it.
Do you know insurance is up 30% because of this war?
Yes. Yes. Because they're taking advantage. See, this is what happens. Well, this is the same thing that happened last time we went to war. Like, this is what happens during war. We won't really reap the goal. If it goes how it looks like it's trying to go, we'll be out in the next year or two. Gas won't even be a thing no more. I don't think people understand what's at stake. War was coming one way or another, whether do Trump or another president. If Trump didn't do it, it was gonna be the next president for sure. Like,
Oh, quick question. Do you think they're weaponizing the gas to force us to go electric, pushing the propaganda of electric vehicles because Elon Musk and Donald Trump is invested into the electric vehicles? Do you think it's a propaganda on that?
um, I could say this. It could be, but I can understand why they're trying to go that route more so than it being propaganda. It's a control thing. A lot of other countries are already on this type of timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a control thing. They trying to make everything digital. So They already trying to turn currency digital. They trying to turn digital ID. So what happens is the reason why I'm against it is because I don't think we have the real resources to carry on like that, at least not yet. And I know what's going to come with it. Okay, if every car goes electric, that means if you late on your car note, your car won't start. That means if you have a suspended driver license, your car won't start. That means if you don't have insurance, your car won't start. Like you forgot to pay your car note, your car won't start. If you don't have a license, you won't be able to drive at all. Like,
Well, you shouldn't be able to drive without a license. I wouldn't be against that.
I
If you
mean,
don't have a license,
that's like telling the mechanic not to work on a car because he know how to work on cars, but he shouldn't do it because he don't have a certification.
I agree with that, and I was finna add a point of what I'm saying. If you've never had a license, I'm not talking about someone that has had a license and may have lost it, or they may have a hold on their license, or someone that really knows how to work on cars, but they didn't want to go get a mechanic license. I'm not talking about them people. I'm talking about people that has never had a driver's license, shouldn't be on the road, don't know what the hell they doing. Then I would have an issue with that. I'm not talking about the people that may have, had some mishaps or whatever. But if you don't supposed to be driving, please don't get on the road because you putting
Now,
your life
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
danger.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Now, you can't drive. Now, what you out here for? Like, you just a danger to because you a menace to society. You just a danger to the community at that point. Now, if you just can't drive, like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But that'll be weeded out quick though, because you know what I'm saying. You can't drive, so it's only a matter of time before you wreck. But so that aspect, but those are rare. You know what I'm saying? That ain't something that happens often. I mean, I know
Right.
people that I know people that ain't never had a license and drive better than me.
Mm.
Like, it's not. I think having a driver's license, I think that's okay because it at least shows you took the test and can prove you drive. But when it gets down to buying a car and then having to get it registered and then having to get car insurance, I just think car insurance should be optional. It shouldn't be mandatory because if you have a car wreck, your car is going to the junkyard whether you have insurance or not. And
Okay,
whether you
well,
have
who pays
insurance or
for the
not,
other person's vehicle though? If car insurance should be optional, who's gonna be liable and responsible, especially in this economy where the in the economy people don't have money like that on hand. Everyone does. Some do, some don't.
true.
And
But
so
who
we
gonna pay for it? That's why it should be optional.
but what I'm saying, if it's optional and the person that hits your vehicle doesn't have insurance, they don't have any savings to pay, who is going to pay for your vehicle if they
That's
don't have the resources to pay for it? Who gonna pay for it?
that's where we go into. That's why laws need to be made to combat. Hey, if this happened, a car wreck happened, it wasn't your fault. The state will reimburse you a new car. It ain't even gotta be a brand new car. It can just say you was driving a 2018 Impala. Somebody hit you. It wasn't your fault. They know it wasn't your fault. Okay, we can get you another 2018 Chevy Impala. We can afford that. Of course, you're paying state tax, so you're paying taxes on everything you buy, everything you do. So we're getting the money back. So it's not like See, it's time for the states to take more responsibility for the states. Like it's certain struggles in America that just should not exist anymore. It's just like that's just the real. Like Certain things that's going on in America, that's everyday struggles of regular people, should not exist anymore. Why are you paying homeowners insurance and then they're going to take all year to give you your money if your house burned down?
That's a good thing. Yeah, because you let me for all
They
my
going to take
homeowners
all year
out
before you
there.
get the bread.
You can have home warranty. You can have homeowners insurance. And I want you guys to take the time. And I'm telling you guys, 'cause this is from I learned from experience. Just because you got homeowners insurance and home warranty don't mean a problem that may occur in your home is covered. Please, please, please read the fine print on what is covered and what is not. Because you're going to be paying your little $60, $70 a month, however much it is for your warranty, or 100 and something, $200 a month for your homeowner's insurance. And then you may have a pipe bust. And if it's not in covered by that warranty or the homeowner's insurance, they may cover the maintenance of the cleanup of the water, or they may cover a pipe on the west side, but they might not cover the pipe that's in your wall.
Tell
So
me that ain't a scam.
you got that's a damn scam. Because if I'm paying you $200 a month, you supposed to cover even the little bitty molding on my damn wall if I'm paying you almost $300 a month. And so I'm telling you from experience, during the ice storm, I had a pipe that bust up under my slab on my hot water side.
Trying to
I
tell
have
you.
home and I've been paying it faithfully because I'm thinking anything go wrong, I'm backed by my and it's I ain't gonna drop the company name because they ain't paying me to sponsor them. But I am with a reputable company that you see commercials with. These suckers had the audacity to tell me they cover one pipe, but they can't cover the other pipe. What you mean? I'm paying you almost $300 for you to cover all the damn pipes, but they tell me they only cover one pipe. Home warranty.
You
They
trying to tell
only
me y'all look at the blueprint and pick what pipes y'all gonna cover?
yes, that's the audacity. And let me tell you, I said a few cuss words. I could no longer remain professional with the bulls and the shit she was telling me on that phone. And not only are you going to pick my pipe, you're going to tell me I got to pay my deductible before you would even come out to pay somebody to fix my pipe. Man, y'all got me twisted. But
Like I
I
just
have
told
been
you, your
paying
house burned
faithful.
down. They gonna take all year to give you your money.
Then I called my home warranty. Oh, wow. What the hell are y'all covering? I'm paying y'all $83 a month. You don't cover none of the pipes because it's under the slab. I told that representative, well, act like it's in the damn wall and send somebody out here to fix my thing. Well, Miss Wilson, we don't cover if they're under the slab. We'll cover if it was under the sink. Are you kidding me?
Kidding thing about it, you gotta have that. Another thing that should be optional.
You
Like,
can't
yeah,
even buy a house without purchasing a home warranty. I had
this
to
is
purchase
what I'm
one.
explaining to you. Like, you mean to tell me I can buy a house, but I can't even get in the house and have the house unless I got homeowner insurance on it, and y'all
Yeah,
ain't even covering everything.
that's not even covering everything. So you mean to tell me you cover the little PVC pipes under the sink that I can go to Home Depot and repair myself, but the ones that's gonna break my back and my neck and have me taking cans to the place to get a little change to repair this, you don't cover it?
And you wonder why Trump cutting them off from the federal funding.
You well,
It's a
guess
lot
what
of
happened
corruption.
to my home warranty? I stay the hell with that. I'm gonna keep my $83 and get my stuff fixed because it looks like I'm gonna have to get it pay for it myself anyway. Okay, air conditioner. That's why I'm telling you, homeowners, when you buying a house, tell them you ain't giving your money up until they give you a printout of what all they cover and what all they don't.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have an agreement with some of these warranted places where if they recommend you, they get a percentage.
And the
And that
state got
makes
laws in place so that it allows them to only cover certain things if they want to. They get to pick what they cover.
absolutely. So that may not be the best warranted place for you. Another warranted place might be the best for you to meet your needs of what you won't cover. But because they all getting paid, they'll recommend the shitty place instead of the best place. And so even with your home air conditioners, you guys might be feeling confident because you got this top brand homeowners insurance and you got your warranty, and that sucker break down on you or start leaking, you're gonna find out real quick that they don't cover certain leaks.
Crazy work.
You're gonna find out they don't cover certain maintenance.
That's crazy work.
So it's always good to ask questions on what is covered and what is not. And if your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover certain catastrophic issues, don't get it. Like I had a hole in my wall from a major leak from my air conditioner, and because the repairs is a little bit under $900, my deductible is $1,000. They're not gonna pay to cover the hole up.
Crazy work. What's the point of
My
having it?
deductible is more than the price of what it's gonna cost to repair, unless you find somebody that's crooked that writes you a estimate for more than your stuff. But you do not do what y'all want to do. It is against the law, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But I will be back every Thursday. I will have another topic. We definitely gotta dive into um this myth of these murder suicides, this domestic violence, there's uh rampaging all across America. It's really bad here in Louisiana. We're gonna talk about these sorry ass victim advocates here in Louisiana that ain't helping, especially here in Bossier. We have a horrible victim advocate here in Bossier City. And so we're going to talk about things that can be done. I'm going to talk about the law. I'm almost done. I had stopped working on it for a while. We're going to talk about that, but we got to come up with a way to help save people. And that's whether you're a male or a female. We got to talk about ways to save someone that may be going through something that they don't know how to get out of. We got to provide resources and stuff because we in a epidemic of domestic violence. Shout out to all of the survivors that have made it through. But even when you survive, you still. Hey, Emily Love, thank you so much for joining. What I'll start doing is texting you, love. I gotta get your number out of my old phone and put your number in my new phone. And I'll start texting you. That was my bad. I should have shot you a text. But I will be back every Thursday. Unworldly Perspectives will be on Thursdays. I'm gonna pick a night for fixing your crown, but Unworldly Perspectives, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna get grimy with this domestic violence. We're gonna talk about the do's and the don'ts. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk to these ladies and these men that have been through that and they may have decided to reconcile. We're gonna really be honest because honesty is the best way and it will save someone. Because lying to somebody is not gonna help them, especially when it comes to something as bad as domestic violence. And remember, if you have a little girl out there, teach her that it's not okay to put her hands on a man either, because that's considered domestic violence as well. It's not gender bias. If you are slapping a man around, you are a domestic violence abuser as well. You're an abuser. It doesn't matter the gender. Keep your hands to yourself. Now teach that little girl, don't let no man put her hands on them though.
Yeah,
Without
true.
getting dukes up. But you teach her that man is not her child for her to be abusive, but don't take no abuse either.
Me, I never understood that. I feel like if I gotta beat you, I don't need you. I don't. I never understood. I can understand how a person can be triggered because sometimes I can say a person, especially if it's a person you care about. Sometimes they might have ability to get under your skin in ways that nobody else can. Now, because we all human at the end of the day, but to be of domestic abuser, just you beating your woman or you beating on your man, because there's some women out here stab you up and all type of things. So I just think people don't use their brains enough. I just feel like, okay, when you resolve to that kind of situation with your person you're with, what do you expect to come out of it? Like, do you honestly expect it to work out now? Like, you think it's gonna work out now after you didn't, and assaulted them or whatever?
Well, sometimes that type of behavior, you don't think what's going to happen because that type of behavior is taught behavior. And so no one is perfect. Being honest, I thought that was okay to be physical with a man. If a man said something I didn't like, I would slap the shit out of him instantly. Or if he
Mm-mm.
stayed on my top, I'm going to slap the shit out of him. I was a domestic abuser. Learning when you're doing stuff like that and you're taught certain things, you don't realize that that's what it is until you grow up. Now, as I grew up and got into the field, I realized that that's abuse. It doesn't make it okay just because you're a female to put your hands on someone. And just because you're not locking them in the house or preventing them from doing certain things, then you're not a demand. No, abuse is abuse, no matter who it's coming from.
That's true. That's true.
And so
That
as
is
I
very
grew
true.
up and started reflecting on some of the things that I've done, I realized that I can't be an abuser if I'm not going to accept being abused.
Yeah.
So we have to teach our not just our little girls, but our children. That starts with taught behavior.
Yeah. And some motherfuckers are crazy.
Because the awakening was for me is I can't teach my little girl that it's not okay to be an abuser or be abused and she see me being abused.
That's fair.
To all my men and women out there, your children watches everything. And if you're teaching them one thing, then you have to be the example that you want them to lead.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. That's what I'm saying. Like, your kids watching, a lot of kids, especially the young guys, a lot of those young guys, most of them, they grew up seeing it a lot, you know. And I don't know if I don't want to say a lot of times it be hereditary. I think they probably misunderstood what they seeing, depending on how old they are when they seeing it. Like, because most of the older, like older young men, they tend to, if they're like, teenage years or whatever, they see their mama get hit. It don't matter who it is, they gonna defend her. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's daddy. But if they was like, at a younger age, like I say, under what 10, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when the psychological problems I feel come. Like, I mean, I feel like it's traumatizing for the teenager boy, but he knows already that this ain't how it's supposed to go. This ain't. what it's supposed to be. You know, he kind of got a grip of that. Whereas somebody that's under 10, they probably don't have that wherewithal yet. They probably haven't put that together yet. So if they grow up seeing it and then they seeing they mom and daddy stay together, it causes psychological problems. You got some young ladies out here who like being beat on. Like you got some young men out here don't see nothing wrong with it. You got some young ladies don't see nothing wrong with it strictly because that's what they saw pretty much, you know, however they little young childhood life. So to them it's normal. And my thing is we need to figure out how to get those people together. Because it's a lot of people that really don't see nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely. And that's either from something they've seen or something that's within them. And so we have to because as we were saying, kids gonna pick up on the good and the bad. They gonna pick up on your bad traits too. If you don't like to clean up, you gonna have a nasty ass child.
That's true. That's, that's true.
Right
That's
up.
true. That's true.
If you don't like to clean up, you gonna have a child that ain't gonna want to clean. If you don't bathe and make them bathe, because baby, kids, I don't know why, but they don't want to get in the bathtub. I don't know why. What's wrong? But you got to damn near threaten to whoop them at a certain age for them to get off their iPad or watching TV to go take a bath. And you be saying to yourself, damn, don't you smell how musty you is? You don't smell yourself. You don't want to take a bath.
They probably ain't just rolling. I remember being a kid, man. You just be rolling. You just be, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say on autopilot, but you just be rolling. Like you don't even think about that. You don't really start having a conscience to that type of stuff till you like at least 11, 12. And then a lot of times what really make you start having a conscience for that is when other kids start, you know, blowing on you. You know, when the other kids start saying, "Oh, you stink," then that's when you start kind of caring about. Hey,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's
So
what it
we
be.
gotta we gotta really be mindful of the seeds that we're leaving to carry on our legacy. We have to make sure that we equip them the right way and teach them the right way, but also be the example. So as I stated, every Thursday I'm gonna start making sure I clear my schedule. We're gonna go over different topics on Thursday. I have been asked to speak up on this domestic violence from a couple of my followers, as well as I have a very, very big sponsor uh, during one of our meetings wanted me to, because she wants to be a silent partner in this domestic violence thing, because we are seeing too many beautiful babies and victims losing their life due to the slow system, or either this person just has snapped. Uh, Sometimes we go back, whatever the case may be, that is causing this epidemic to rise of people losing their lives and these babies losing their lives. We need to get to the bottom of it. We need to make sure people know the resources available. Our Shreveport people that is representing this domestic violence centers, and we got to get better training people, better caring people, and people that is going to do their jobs and not just in it to earn a paycheck, but actually there to make a difference. So we'll be talking about relationships. We'll be talking about marriages. When is it's time to end a marriage? Um, we'll talk about this dating pool that has shit and piss in it. Uh,
Mhm.
and is it good to date in this new current dating pool? If you old school, I would say hell to the now, because again, the dating pool has shit and piss in it. You I feel sorry for the people that are single in this new dating pool?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad in the streets. It's mad spooky out here. It's mad spooky. Well, I'm not in the dating pool. I'm not single, but I'm seeing what I feel bad for the young guys. I feel bad for everybody. Uh, it's just not. It's the it's the entitlement, ego. You know, I think people are not genuinely in it for the right reasons anymore. Everybody's concerned about what can you do for me. Uh, some people just playing the game just to play the game. It's just a lot of it's just spooky. It's just mad spooky. It's spooky. I feel bad for the single people. I seriously do.
So how
Cause
many people in the comments are single and happen to deal with this piss and shitty dating pool? Uh it's tough. And then a lot of times too, you've been to meet somebody that you met somebody, I'm sorry, that you are vibing with, they're cool, and then they're a whole liar out here. That's a male or female. You done created this persona that you one person and you the damn boogeyman. Or you crazy, batshit crazy. Or you done said you got 5 kids and you got 15. That's why when you meet people, you gotta keep it a
I ain't gonna
hundred.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of understand that lie.
But still, we gotta keep it a buck with people, because if you do that, you allow a person to meet you where you at. If you are a person that don't want to settle down, you just want to date a person, you want to date he or she here or he or she there, or you want to have hoes in different area codes. It really, whatever your preference is, be honest with whoever you're talking to so they can know what to expect. If you don't want a committed relationship, just say you want to date them and somebody else. And if they want to deal with that, then that further on down the line, he or she can't say, well, you didn't tell me that. Don't come in the door like you want to be a committed husband or a committed boyfriend or girlfriend, and then you full of you really seeing her, he, she, because don't expose me or mess up my pH balance. You know what I'm saying? Or a
I
man
get it.
expose them to HIV or whatever the case might be. Don't put me in that situation, because then the professionalism, the sweetness is going to come off.
I mean, what the truth is, I don't think. How can I say it? If people could be that honest, I think they would be. Unfortunately, you can't just come off and say it like that. Like, well, say you said the five with 15 kids. I mean, pretty much anybody with some sense gonna walk away the minute you say you got 15 kids. So why would you acknowledge? Why would you off the bat? Hey, I got 15 kids. You
Because
trying to find
it's
somebody?
somebody out there that will accept you for them 15. You let whoever walk
Is
away
it
that's
though?
not accepted of it, you let them walk away until you get to who say, okay, come on, you and your kids.
I would say this. I would say this. I think nothing is wrong with it once you get to the point where the person is interested. Then it's easier to lay on them. To just be, we just met and be like, hey, I got 15.
No, I don't agree with that, because if you carry it on, that is carrying it on with a false pretense.
I
Because
mean,
what
women do it.
I know, I understand that, but this is going to be a very profound point. Time is precious. Time is one of the it's the most valuable thing that we
Oh, I
cannot
agree with
buy,
that.
negotiate, or get back. And so my time is too precious for me to let you BS with me.
I
Tell
agree
me
with that.
right off point, because now I'm getting to know you a little bit, and I don't know if you got 15 kids. And I didn't maybe then like, oh, this person, I'm vibing with this person. That's time of me getting to know you, whether it be a week or two or whatever. And that's precious time that I could have used getting to know someone that is equally to my preference.
Well, that's fair. I can agree with that.
And
I can
so, if
agree with that.
time is the most valuable thing that we have, don't allow anybody to play with your most valuable time. Because once you give those seconds, those minutes, those hours to that person, that time becomes void then. You cannot get that back. So go play with your PlayStation or go play with your
That's fair.
children before you play with me. I need to know from the get go. Just like from the get go, I need to know if you're batshit crazy. I need to know, or you are you occasionally putting your hand on women. All of those are important to me. I need to know that right off.
She said occasionally put her head. Wait a minute. I mean, that's fair. Those type of things, yes, yes. I mean, of course, you need to know if somebody like to hurt people. You know.
Then it's important to me to know, how are you, if your parents are still living, how are you with your mother? Because if you treat your mother like shit, I can't talk to you.
I
If you
understand that.
mistreat your mother, you gonna definitely mistreat me.
Well, this is what I would say to that. I agree with it, but I only would say you have to like forecasting that. You have to like know the situation. Like, why? Is it just you a horrible child to your parent, or is it your parent was horrible and you know what I'm saying? This is why you handle them such. You know, I say that because some people moms are, you know, dope fiends, conniving, shit. Some of them evil. You know what I'm
And now
saying?
that's
Like,
a good perspective. That's a good way to look at it. You definitely right.
I, you know what I'm saying? Some of them bad. Some of them bad out there. Go same thing with the dads. Like some of them bad. So I've experienced situations like that with some of my friends. So it's like some of them, I was like, "Nah, you tripping, bro. You mad disrespectful. You know, you need to stop, chill out with all that." But then others can't really say nothing because you know the situation. So it's like, yeah, I can't really say nothing to him about how he dealing with this because his mama didn't. I know I got a friend. His mama, you know, messed around one of his little partners. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of hard to have respect for moms after that. Like
I mean,
I,
I agree, but if he is doing that, do you really want to take the time to get to know? Because even if their parent was whatever the case might be, as an adult, you still have to be in control of how you act. You can't control how someone else do, but you can control how you do.
I mean that's true, but it does. But we gotta be real. We all human. It don't work like that.
I understand that. But if
It just
those
don't.
are your expectations coming through the door and you tell someone that you give them an opportunity, is what I'm saying, to be able to accept you where you at. You give them an opportunity to say, okay, well, she don't want nobody that's you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
aggressive
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. So now that she may not work out for me because I know on occasion I flip out on this and this and this and that. So now me and her ain't gonna be able to vibe because the aggressiveness, like everybody go through something. Different things in life changes your perspective on things. And it also has you to adjust. I cannot be in a relationship with an aggressive man just
I mean,
because of past experiences.
I
If
mean,
you aggressive and not tender, fuck you, buddy, because you might think it's okay to occasionally put your hands on me, and then I'm gonna go to jail because I'm gonna kill you. And so, I mean, well, excuse me, you to unalive you.
see, that's one of those points where you were saying about trauma. Listen, What you just described is not an aggressive man. That's an abuser. See, we gotta start specifying. Like, a aggressive man might be a guy that's just aggressive, but he might never ever put his hands on you. It's about character. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
most
agree 100%
most
with that.
most masculine men are aggressive in certain kind of ways. Not one might be aggressive with conversation. One might be aggressive with action. One might be aggressive some other kind of way. A lot of men aggressive with work. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about discipline of the man of him when he lets out his aggression. If you a real manly man, like it's like when picking when to let the cage open.
Right. And see,
And
I agree with that. Any type of aggression, a man's gonna have some form of aggression. I'm speaking on the aggression that causes you to be mistreating someone,
see
calling them
that's what
out of
I'm
their
saying.
name and all of
That's not
that.
that's not that's not aggression. That's an abuser. That's a person that might got some mental health issues or just a bad motherfucker. Excuse
Right. So I would
me.
say aggression that leads to abusive behavior.
Yeah, like see a
That's a better
person that
way of
gets so mad that they get so jealous or whatever they use to fuel it, and then they start putting their hands on their woman. You know, that's a lack of discipline. That's other problems, trauma problems. That's you might just be a sadistic person.
Mm.
See, I don't like the my thing is in today's world I don't like is we put these a lot of medical and political terms on things people do. Some people just bad. It's some men out here a beat his woman and whoever come behind her and be willing to shoot everybody. That's what just happened in the city, you know. It's some people out here, it ain't a mental problem. You would think sometime, man, they must have someone. No, they had a clear mind when they did what they did. They didn't do that under duress. They didn't do that under influence. Some people, it's some guys will jump on a woman just cause. You know what I'm saying? Some people are very toxic. It's not really trauma they went through. It's not really anything that could have made them this way. They just chose to be that way. It's men out here that feel like the woman supposed to do what she say, what he say when he say it, and if she don't, he gonna straighten out or whatever they want to call it. And he didn't grow up seeing abuse. He just turned out like that. Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with what you went through as a childhood. Some people ain't went through no trauma at all. In fact, I go as far as say most people didn't go through no trauma. Most people had a very normal childhood. Like they just turned into that when they became adults. Because after all, when you become an adult, you get to pick who you want to be. When you make that transition from child to adult, you get to choose what kind of adult you're gonna be, regardless of how you was raised. You know, you got you got people who came from the roughest, worst kind of childhoods, end up being some of the nicest and sweetest people. Then you got people who came from the best upbringing, silver spoon, and they like a demon. Like it's just, sometimes it just, how it happens sometimes. I don't like to say, oh, this person might went through this or they seen this, because a lot of times it don't be that. Because I know people I've seen not have those upbringings and then grow up to be that. Like I've seen a guy that never saw no aggression in life like that and then grow up to be a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? I've seen guys who never saw any drug use growing up and grew up to be junkies.
Of course, it's not always how you raised. You can grow up in a very loving home and then end up becoming a serial killer. You can have a chemical imbalance in your brain and you be Jeffrey Dahmer. So you really can't blame everything on your parents and your upbringing. Different things come in to play a part in a lot of stuff that happens. Uh to answer some of you guys' comments, um, people bring past hurts into new situations. I agree 100%. And that's why I always recommend to people before you start something new, heal, because hurt people, and trauma filled people will make you crazy because everything is going to trigger them. They're going to think that you are yelling when you really not. They're going to think that you are um mad at them and you're not. Whatever their trauma is, if they don't heal first before moving into a situation, I feel bad for the new person because they're going to have to peel through layers of that pre-existing trauma in order to even get to the real person. So
And
do that.
also
Go ahead.
on top of that, self-reflect. Once you heal, make sure you are what a person would want. And I ain't talking like no financial, just how you treat a person. Like, make sure you have that together too. You can't just, you may be healed, but you might still be an asshole.
Yeah. You gotta be the person you want to find. You gotta
That
be the
part.
person you looking for. And so, if you looking for somebody that treat you good, you gotta be able to treat them good. If you looking for somebody that know how to have a conversation, you can't have a mind of a fifth grader. You can't have a very slow. You can't be out here with the dumb. One thing is one of my pet peeves is if I'm having a conversation with you and you acting like a 5-year old, you dumb the dumb, or and I'm not talking about educational dumb. You can't hold a conversation to save your life.
You just
That
not
make
being grown about it.
Yes, that make me want to tell you to go take your head and flush it in the toilet. It is so annoying to speak and talk to someone that can't hold a conversation, has very poor understanding. Y'all ever talk to somebody that you like, God, you almost want to say, God damn, is you that
Man.
man? It gets so frustrating, but you really care about that person, but you almost like, God damn, man, how you this dumb? Don't act like I'm the only one now.
Hey,
Don't
listen,
act
see,
like I'm the only one.
listen, in them type of situations, what you gotta do is you gotta be like, all right, if you really love that person or whatever, you got to kind of let it slide, cause they gonna be who they gonna be. So it's like, don't be a nitpicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a person that's nitpicking on this. Like, if you have a problem with something, okay, you have a problem with that. But if that person just happens to not be on your level, whether that's mentally, physically, whatever, you care about that person, the right thing to do is to give them the pass because you care about them. See, we gotta bring back love. Love gotta still matter in the world. People trying to erase love not mattering. It gotta matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I love you, I got to take you with the flaws. Now,
Absolutely.
if it's something, if I'm smarter than you, say I'm smarter than you, like you were just saying, if I'm smarter than you, my job is to try to help you get smarter or learn to let it go enough to not be bothered by the difference in intelligence.
That's a great perspective. That's a great perspective. But it is also about growing, though. You have to grow to get to that point where certain things, certain little pet peeves that you don't like about it, someone, that you're able to overlook it and let it go. However, it's just hard to be with somebody that can't hold a and when I say conversation, if I say, "Hey, I'm going to the store, do you need anything?" They say no. But then I come back with what I got and they say, "Well, you didn't get me anything." Well, goddamn, I asked you, did you want something before I left to the store? Then they get an attitude because you
Nah,
did
now you
not
just
bring them
playing.
nothing.
Now you just playing on my top. I'm gonna cuss you out now. Now you just playing with me. You picking with me at this point. Something like that, I'm gonna take that like you picking with me. Like you,
Exactly, but that's poor communication. Deep down, you really knew you wanted something, but you were, for whatever reason, you ain't speak up, and so you assumed I'm a mind reader and I supposed to knew what you wanted in your mind. So I go to the store and I shop for the house or whatever the case might be, and I get me something because in my mind I know what I want, and then you get upset because, and I'm just using this hypothetical. This ain't happened to me, y'all. I'm just using it hypothetically.
this is
And
something normally men go through right here. You better not go to that store and don't come back with something. It don't matter what she told you.
well, men do that to women as well.
You better not walk in that thing, come in that thing. Don't let you have some kids too. Oh, you better not walk in that thing and that thing. Everybody mad at you. You come in that thing. You ain't got nothing in the bag for them. Everybody mad. Your woman, the kids, everybody drove at you.
Well, I'm a firm believer also, women or men, if you are dating, now you guys may have a different perspective with this, but if you are dating a man or a woman and they have children and you are bringing your child over and then it's gotten them something to eat, if y'all are dating, ask have them babies ate.
Uh-uh. Can't do it. Can't do it. Cause this what happened. This is why though. This is why. Because it's too much finessing going on now. You get to doing that, you gonna be doing it every time. I promise you. And it's gonna be a problem if you don't. And then now next thing you know, you the daddy. And you just met her last week. Hey, don't do it. Hey
So
fellas, don't
just
do it.
so we clear, you don't think it's good for you to give a person if you dating someone and you could bring your kid over, that you let your kid you ask is the other child or children has eaten as well, or instead of getting your child just a hamburger, you grab a pizza so all the kids will be able to have some.
It's like this. It depends. If we just started meeting, I will make my child eat their food right in front of yours.
What?
But 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 if it's like we rocking, we vibing, yeah, I get the little pizza so everybody can have some. You know what I'm saying? If you cool like that though, if you cool like that, if I feel like you on them games, no, no, because it's been weaponized now. Now I'm expected to do that. No. Like if I bought my child a happy meal when we pull up, he gonna eat his happy meal. You supposed to already made sure your kids ate.
So let me get this right. You are gonna let your kid eat in the cheering face if y'all just met?
Nah, I'll just play. He ain't gonna eat it, but I ain't gonna let him. I ain't gonna make him eat it in their face though. I'll just play. I'll just play. But he ain't gonna eat it though. He ain't gonna eat it. We might sit in the car for a minute before we get out and let him eat it. Then go in there. So he'll just be in their face. But
Oh,
I'm you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't let your kids be doggish. Oh nah, we can't. Nah, we can't feed little Tim Tim. Tim Tim will eat the whole box by itself and be ready to punch. Yeah, and be willing to punch on the other kids behind it. Like, nah, we can't do that. Like, we can't do that. And then the problem is, I think the biggest problem with it is it's the lack of control over the kids. It's like if you got some mannerable kids, a nigga will not have no problem looking out for them because he genuinely like the kid. But if you got some ill mannered kids, hell no, they can't get no pizza. They probably need a whooping. Like you can't get no kid. No, they can't get no pizza. Cause they might want to take my little kid little happy meal that he, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna teach my kid to be able to share, but when you see them, you gotta teach your kid. Look, you gotta know what kind of kids you got, and you gotta teach your kid about other kids. Like you know when you see that little kid, he look like he ain't wiped his nose in 2 months. Keep your baby away from him. You know what
Not
I'm saying?
2 months.
Man, because man, and I hate to say this because it sounds like stereotype of profiling, but it's the truth. Like, you know that little kid that look like he ain't wiped his nose in 2 months, look like he got a haircut, but look like he ain't be still for it. Listen, keep your baby away from that one. Because he's gonna cause chaos.
Okay.
He's the one gonna step on your baby new shoes. He's the one gonna stick his finger in your baby food and not even ask. You know what I'm saying? like, like he's the one, and you know, cause this the one that when their mama say go sit down somewhere, he go sit down and come right back.
But you
Like
gonna have one of that little
you got to keep your
that
baby
little
away from him.
baby kid, you gonna have that little baby kid gonna have one of the other kids that's not gonna keep putting up with that foolishness. Cause I have one that'll take it for so long, and then when she snaps,
I listen now. You got the ones now. You got, like I said, you got mannerable kids, yeah. But if you got little kids like that, yeah, he might steal some money out your wallet when you try to go in the back with his mama. You try to
see
go
now
outside.
that's why when you're in a relationship and you're dating, if they got
Listen, I didn't seen it. I ain't
they
talk.
got
I'm
them
talking
damn
from what I
unruly
know.
kids, I can't.
I'm talking
I
from
be
what I
happy.
know. I didn't seen it. Like, yeah, you and mama try to go to the back, go to the living room or something. Like, yeah, he didn't win in your wallet. He didn't win in your car. Yeah, and then look, he ain't number 7, 8 years old. He ain't number 7, 8 years old.
Oh no.
I'm telling you, hey, listen.
That little sucker will have to that'll have to go in our tenure.
And then look,
Uh,
this the part that make it bad. This the part that make it bad. The mama gonna be mad at you like you wrong for being mad about it.
yeah. See, I can't go in them type of situations. And see, that's why
See, I'm telling you,
that's why
baby.
I'm saying no. Because if you're blending families and you got a baby kid and your kid is mannerable,
Yeah, you gotta keep your baby away from him.
you gotta you have to go ahead on and just say, you know what, this is not gonna work, because I don't want the kid, you don't supposed to say that, but you don't want that kid terrorizing and messing up your kid, and you done
See,
taught
now
your
that ain't what happened. It spread. See, the baby kidness gonna spread to your kid. Now you got
that's
your
what I'm
baby
saying,
around that
messing
bitch.
up my child mannerable, and all of a sudden I got to put my foot up in my child behind because my child out here with the buffoonery.
Yeah, yeah. And I hate it like that. I really hate it like that. But man, a lot of time when people say people be being racial profile, man, a lot of that shit be true though. Like something, man, like I hate to say that white folks ain't wrong when they get scared and they see niggas in hoodies. We do too.
I sure do, and I
See
look.
what?
I'm
Nigga,
not.
I see that YN with that hoodie on and it's 100 degrees. I'm scared too.
I'm scared. Listen, if it's 85 degrees and you got that hood on, I'm clutching my purse and feeling for my gun. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're black, blue, brown, green. I don't know
Got,
you. and that makes you a threat to me. And even if I knew you, if your foolish behind is out there in the hot damn heat, the Louisiana heat at that,
You
and
got
you
to be
got on all
dangerous.
them clothes, then I know you ain't got the elevator ain't going all the way to the fourth
Yeah.
floor, which
You
and
ain't you up to no good. Ain't no
you
way
up
you
to
out
no
here like
good.
this.
And I ain't gonna let you kill me, so I'm finna have to clutch that 4-5 a little tighter.
I think that's what's
Uh,
scary about the youth too. Like they really people be thinking, oh, they had bad they so influenced, but like nah, this the real children of corn era. Like these young guys are fully aware of what's at stake. They fully aware of what they're doing. They fully understand it. It's not a situation where they just so young and dumb that they just doing shit. Like no, they fully aware of their killing. They fully aware of they're toting these weapons and they killing each other, and it's a cycle that seem like it ain't gonna never end. Like they all, I'd have had conversations with some of these young guys. These young guys is fully aware of the things we looking at and saying why they shouldn't be doing it. They fully aware of all that. It's not like they don't know. Like they
and that's
fully
why
aware.
you better be fully aware when you see one with that type of buffoonery.
Yeah, like they fully aware. Like he knew he could have been a basketball star, but he chose to be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew he could have probably went somewhere being a doctor or something. He chose that life. Like they're choosing to be like that. It's not because they had a bad upbringing or a product of their environment. These kids ain't growing up with the lights turned off. They ain't growing out having to eat noodles every single day. Well, a few of them is, but not like how it used to be. Like all these kids, you drop them off at school, you look around, man. All them kids got on new shoes. Ain't nobody looking like they wearing hand me downs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. Because of the war on crime and the way that these youngsters, I don't want my channel straight by saying YNs, but do you think here, especially in Louisiana, Shreveport, do you think that they should do the mandatory curfew coming up to since summer is coming and these youngsters don't know how to act? Do you think
Yes.
they should mandate the curfew?
Yes, it's coming. And it's coming. Yes. Because it's not just a Louisiana thing, it's a nationwide problem.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Like
crime. These
it,
YNs are
it's
crazy all across the world. I
and,
agree.
and here's the problem why it's gonna come to that because they have no real way of identifying them. Meaning, unlike an adult, they can go to some medical records, they can go to fingerprints, ID, state ID. If you're 18, 19, 16, 17, they don't have your fingerprints. They don't have your facial likeness. The most ID they can find of you is a yearbook picture or your school ID, if you got one. Like, so if you go shoot up a whole store and you just happen to get away, they wouldn't even know who they looking for. They can have your face on camera. They wouldn't even know who they looking for. They would have to literally wait till somebody can identify you.
So who issues the curfew? Do you think he should bring in the military to make sure the curfew is followed, or
Yes, because the police not gonna do it right.
absolutely not? I agree. And that
Yes.
needs to be in every state that they're implementing the curfew.
I mean, this is how I look at it. Other countries are taking these precautions. So it's not like we're doing something so inhumane. It just America is scared of it because America never seen such police force. By now the military should be used for more than just war. The military should be used to keep order inside the country. That means even the police, detectives, they all subject to the same scrutiny if they not doing their jobs right. But we don't have that. So now it's getting out of hand. Now when we see military soldiers out here whooping people ass, People gonna be like, no, send the military back. No, it's coming to this because year after year we've been having these shootings, school shootings, all happening by the youth. Now we're for the start. They already talking about the draft, bringing the draft back. So matter of fact, I think they said the draft's supposed to come back in December.
Yep, they
And,
do.
and so we already at war. So this is what made me angry with the youth because they brought this on themselves. Guys like me and a few others have been telling them it's going to come to this. It's going to come to. They gonna bring y'all gonna make them boys bring the draft back. Y'all gonna make it so our curfew gonna be like 5, 6 o'clock, or they gonna have a curfew like when I was younger. If you was underage, you couldn't be outside really past 10. If they caught you outside past 10 o'clock, they gonna real life put you in the police car and bring you back home. Like, and if you refuse, you going to juvie or jail. And they stopped it. Like the young guys have brought it on themselves. They brought this on themselves. Like, how long do you think these people gonna keep letting y'all run around like this when they seeing y'all got more guns than the average adult?
So you know what the youth is doing now? Y'all remember this song? Hold
The
on.
youth ain't scared of nobody no more. Not the parents, not the police,
Good
not the
night,
teachers.
Emily. Y'all remember this song right here?
You better put that copyright thing on.
Hold on, I'm trying to turn off y'all. So y'all remember that self-destruction? You headed for self-destruction. That the youth has caused this where they at now, and we have to implement curfews all across America. I'm a movie buff. Do you guys think, although it's a fictional film, it can possibly be used by governments? Do you think if states implemented the purge? How many of you guys watching have seen the movie called The Purge? If you haven't, you should go watch it.
That's coming too.
So, do you think to help minimize crime, they give them one day where they able to terrorize and you able to go and do whatever you want to do to somebody you got beef with, and then you only can do it one time out of the year?
I think that's gonna eventually happen. I can't say soon, but it's coming because America is balling up to a civil war. We do for that too. We do
For a
for the
purge.
civil.
So you think we'll have a purge?
Not probably not in the next few years, but probably another 20. Yeah, for sure.
Angela, go take a look at it. They got Purge on Anarchy Purge. Go watch one of them and then let me know next Thursday what you think. It's
To
quite
me,
a trip.
it's harsh, but it makes sense. That definitely would keep crime down because everybody just gonna wait till that day. I mean, I know I would because I ain't gonna be out there killing nobody, but I'm hitting the banks.
Yeah, it is one day where you allowed to not just kill anybody, but you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And so
Yeah,
that is a good social control mechanism that they can use to keep crime down.
and I think it would help them achieve what Bill Gates trying to do is depopulate. I don't think we have a population problem. I think we're not having enough people. We're not having enough babies. I don't think we're having a population problem. I think we're not having enough babies at all. Like, and many people is dying from, crime and disease and sickness. It don't seem like the babies are being born at the same rate.
Because
Like,
some mature adults is deciding not to procreate because it's too freaking expensive. I
yeah,
love, baby. Let me tell y'all something. And anybody, I'm gonna say what y'all thinking. Kids are expensive as hell.
yeah.
They little feet grow. You been just bought them some shoes, and then the next 3 weeks you happen to buy some more shoes, and then their clothes. You been to just bought them some pants, and they didn't hit a growth spurt. You got to go buy some more pants, and not a tripping in the school seems like they want money every week.
And y'all wonder why he went at the education Department of Education. Why does it cost me $400 for my daughter to play soccer?
And it costs $400 for cheerleading, and Destiny really loves paying
Why?
the guy for the little skirt that I can make or something. I don't know what's happening, but
No, what I'm saying is like, you mean to tell me the school can't provide uniform? You mean to tell me the school can't provide shoes?
it's $400.
You mean to tell me the school can't at least provide transportation? I see it's different from when I was growing up. When I was growing up, they actually had transportation. On mate, when you were doing something, like whether you got a football team, basketball team, track, whatever, all you had was like a $50, $60 fee. And
That's
then
right.
after that, you get your shoes, your jerseys, how many ever jerseys, how many ever shoes. You get all your gear. If you need some more gear, they gonna get it to you. And guess what? You had a bus ride home from school after practice.
So did now
Like
the parents got to pick them up.
now the only thing the parents ain't gotta pay for is the uniform. They gotta pay for the shoes. They gotta pay for the helmet. They gotta pay for the armband, whatever else they wearing. They gotta pay. They gotta give them extra money when they go on trips for room and board. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, it's like each trip they gotta get some more money, and it can be for the team. It can be, oh, they got a game out of town. Now you gotta come with some more money so your child can go play, because apparently the $400 wasn't enough to get room and board or a hotel for all them kids and food and shit while they out there doing what they do. So it just where the money went? Where did the money go? Like, where did it go? Where all the buses went? Like,
The purge, it should be on. Let me see. Let me find it for you real quick. It should be on. I don't know if I've seen it on the purge.
it's on some of everything. They got a lot of them. It's like five
It,
purges out there.
yeah, it's like five of them. They got the purge, purge, anarchy. Mm.
And they got some more.
They have some trailers on YouTube.
I mean, they basically all about the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They come for purge, and basically somebody trying to survive the night because everybody going, it's chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Then some people just boarded up and didn't even participate. Some people was out there going crazy.
It's on Netflix. The Purge, Anarchy. All of the purges is on Netflix. Apparently, the Purge, Anarchy, the Purge election year, and the Forever Purge.
Yeah,
So,
even Netflix trying to charge 30. That's
baby,
crazy.
Netflix then went up, and I wanted to see the Remy Ma. I wanted to see the Remy Ma interview on Joe Fat Joe's podcast, but I went on to renew my Netflix subscription, and I said hell to the now, to the now. They are up in the $30 echelon now. They are high. They are very expensive.
It's crazy because they just bought this deal. So for them to try to charge more after you just hit for this big deal, I don't understand. This is what I be talking about with greed. Like, y'all could have, Netflix and set themselves up now with, man, y'all could have just stayed at $20, $15, $20, and y'all were gonna get more money than everybody else. Now Hulu and everything else still got a chance because y'all taxing now. Like $30, we might well start back getting cable. And that's
Yeah.
what it's getting to. It's getting to the point where, man, we might well just go ahead and just start back getting basic cable.
Yeah, this Wi-Fi price going up every month on the Wi-Fi, and it seems like it's slowing down every month.
The fact that we're even still paying for some Wi-Fi shows how behind America is. Like the fact that we even still paying for it. They ain't paying for this shit over there in China or Japan
They
or
don't pay
Russia.
for it in Canada, neither do it.
Yeah. Now they don't pay for healthcare in Canada. I don't know about the Wi-Fi, but I know they don't pay for they don't pay for healthcare.
Oh, well, I need to go over there and get me some veneers then.
Why you think people be going out to these different countries to get their work did? Because they're not paying ridiculous amounts. Like, man, you could take $5,000 and live all good, live like a king in China. $5,000, have you good for the whole year.
Ooh wee.
Like I be watching the videos, seeing people, and then plus I know people that used to live over there. Like I got cousins and stuff. They was stationed over there from the military. Like, man, them boy, man. I can't say, I'll say this, far as military wise, America might still be number one when it come down to military wise. But like socially, economically, we is not number one at all. Them people got trains that can take you from Chicago to fucking California in 45 minutes. Like, you can go from New York to Louisiana in an hour. Like, that's the type of transportation advancements they done got over there. The education system been better since at least the last 10 years. They teach they kindergartners getting taught how to cook in class. Like, and I ain't talking about like basic cook, like really cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have trash in their streets. Like it's time for America to get with the modern times, get back to building itself up, and we'll be all right. Because trying to keep it how the forefathers set it up, man, this shit crashing, man. It's crashing. It's like a burning building. Like, it's crashing. Like, the only thing left we got that's worth a damn is our military. That's the only thing we can do is go to war. When it get bad, when our economy get bad, the only thing we can do to shake back and go to war. It's always been like that with America. Now, what Trump is doing is trying to get this oil game up. We already took Venezuela, number one oil deposit in the world. If we can get Iran to play ball or the fall, we become the oil plug. Then the money go all the way up. And that's all I ever expected from Trump. I don't expect no high moral, super respectful, classy guy. I expected him to be what he always been, a businessman. Get the money going. And then the next president, hopefully, if his mind, him or her mind right, America can go back to the golden days. We can go back to the golden days. But if the plan don't go right though, Trump going down as the worst president in history.
He damn sure live.
The plan got the well. Only time will tell. Only what time if we managed to get, because we already kind of did it already. We already kind of made it like that by taking Venezuela. Everybody was mad at him about that. Oh man, he just went up and took their president. Why everybody in Venezuela happy? Venezuela was happy. Fuck Trump did that shit. Everybody, man, oh Trump, we're here, dictator. Man, we just took the number one oil plug in the world. Man, I see what's going on. He finna start making China shop with us. We've been shopping with China so long. Everything say made in China. Everything they got over there about to say made in America in a minute. Like, You just got to see if it's gonna work. You just got to see, because the Iran boys ain't playing, but they been shooting at everybody but us, you know. But I think we need to get back to building the country, helping people. Like I said, therapy, free health care, free education, at least to a certain extent, because you shouldn't be paying $100,000 just to get an education. You
Nah, that's too much.
like
That's
like this is what slows down the progress of our nation and for our youth and their futures. Because in a minute, looking at how it's going right now, they not gonna be able to buy no houses. They ain't gonna be able to start no businesses. Hell, they barely gonna be able to buy cars.
That's why I'm telling everybody, if you got a talented little lady or a little fella that has a business mind, you might have a little guy that wants to cut yard, or he may be good with his hands, whatever the case might be. Invest in your babies right now, because by the time they get older, it may not be no investment opportunities for
For
them.
real, it's bad. I really fear for our children with it.
Yep. So have them
Like
learning how
10
to make
years from
money
now,
now. Teach
like
them.
yeah, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I just don't see. I can see them working, making their own money, maybe maintaining before it's really having something and really buying a house, buying things, everything's paid off, being debt free. I'm not seeing that happening. Like people right now are already signing 30-year lease deals to get a house. Why are you paying on a house for 30 years?
And then they need to put it in a irrevocable trust. I'll be talking about that soon as well. You need to put your property. That is something I'm in the process of doing that way. When you leave here, your property is not put into probate.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your beneficiary is not happen to fight anyone, it'll automatically go over to them. You also need to make your life insurance policy, the beneficiary is your trust, so the money will pay off whatever debt you have, and then your surviving person will get your money. Now the high end people been doing that for years, but that's not something they teach in school. So
You
we
know
got
what
to
I'm
teach our
saying?
people to be educated, to be able to protect our stuff. If we have definitely worked our butts off to obtain, we got to make sure that the proper channels is done, so the if something happened to you, the state won't get your house and your property, and it's sitting in probate. They make money off of that.
And
They make
see, it
money off.
goes that goes back to what I was saying in the comments about I actually blame the baby boomers for all the problems we have right now. Because see, they wasn't having these kind of issues when they in there when if you was a baby boomer, if you was in your 20s, that would be the 60s, the 70s. You can go get a 9 to 5 and get. First of all, I ain't gonna start with the job. I just start with the education. If a baby boomer, all of them was graduating with trades. They was graduating with carpentry, welding, healthcare, nursing. Like they were graduating. My girl grandma is a nurse and she never went to college because she graduated with it from high school. So she never even had to go to college. And she been a nurse her whole life. Like
Wow.
those type of things, removing those things back then, you had to pass your welding class, you had to pass your carpentry class, you had to pass
Mhm.
the mechanic class, whatever trade, whatever it was, you had to pass it to even graduate. So they was graduating with skills that could pay the bills. So
And they had home ec, so you could learn how to cook. You can make you a little some.
so if you didn't go to, so they had plan B's without even trying to have a plan B. If they, because back then the move was to graduate, go to college, then do your thing. But now instead of like they was set up with the plan B already instead. So if they didn't go to college for whatever reason, oh, I can just go work on cars and be able to send my whole family to college. To be able to buy me, I've been and bought me a house by the time I turned 40. If I started working at cars at 18, by the time I turned 40, I done already paid off my house. I done sent all my kids to college. They got their college funds. At this point, I'm just chilling. I done bought 2 cars. This all by the time I hit 40. Now, by the time you hit 40, you still trying to figure it out. You still trying to maintain. You still trying to get to the point of having that financial literacy. This is why when we look at those 60, 70, 80-year-old people, they all got money in their pocket because a house wasn't number 50K when they first got out here.
Mm-hmm.
A car wasn't nothing back then. A car wasn't number $500, $800. They can go get them something brand new. The most expensive car during their age wasn't nothing but 100,000. They didn't have $1 million cars back then. They didn't have million. If a house was $1 million, it took up the whole city block. Like they didn't have such an expensive economy. Gas prices was under $1. Food
And then the
prices,
cars lasted. They ain't have to worry about car insurance because if you hit that bumper, it just gonna bounce off and you can keep
car
on
insurance didn't
going.
even
You
exist.
you may not even have a scratch on your vehicles. Vehicles was made much better back then.
That's
Now
what
they are considered antiques and they cost a lot of money. Where they may have when they first came out cost $2,000.
Like that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So they voted and did what they had to do to make that kind of economy for themselves. But they did it at the expense of our future. They knew. See, I done had a conversation with a lot of these older people. So talking to them, I figured out that they knew it would be like this. They knew it would be bad. The pricing, like they knew the cost of living would be so expensive in the future, but they did not care because they knew they would be old by then. They knew we weren't gonna be affording college like that. They knew we weren't gonna be able to afford to buy a home. Why? How they knew that? Because they the ones bought the home and turned around and charged it. They bought it for 50K, and then now in today's world, they selling that same home for 500K.
Yep, flipping and tripling it.
Like they the ones doing it. So it's to the point where, like, that's why I say the problem we have now is because they chose their present over our future. And for as the black community, I'm kind of mad at them because once I start finding out the numbers or how much stuff was costing and what black people were actually making, all us supposed to never had to pay for college. We should have never had to pay for our first car, our first house, our first nothing. They fucked their money off. Excuse my language. Cause they had the good General Motor jobs. See, through the 60s and 70s, that was the heydays. That way, if you can get in, if you can get on that Liberty Glass, or you can get on that General Motors, or you can get on at the casino, man, you making enough money to do everything you need to do.
Yeah, you
And
was considered the high middle class then. You
and,
was considered to have
and
a
they didn't do it. That's just the facts. Not saying they was bad parents, but they didn't think about our futures to the point where they just told us to work hard. But the truth is, working hard don't get you nowhere in 2026. It gets you somewhere when it's your thing. Like it's your company, it's your business. Working hard get you somewhere. But just trying to get somewhere at all, working hard not gonna get you there. We're not in a situation in their era, success was earned. In our era, success is given. It's not a situation where you can just work your ass off and you all of a sudden up now. After a couple years, after a few years, you up now. It don't work like that. Because if they did, it'll be more successful people. It don't work like that. Now you have to kind of be an opportunist. You kind of pick and choose your opportunities, line them up right, like the solar eclipse or something, and then win off this. Or you come up lucky. Or you know somebody. But just being able to, hey man, let me go get this job in this warehouse. that's gonna give me all these benefits, insurance, all that, and be able to just work this job every day for 30 years, and I didn't pay my house off. By the time I hit 40, I didn't pay my house off. I can retire at 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have, I mean, I be getting angry at that sometimes. Like, I be like, bro, man, if it was like that now, all of us would be up.
Yep.
Everybody be up. Like, and that's why I get angry when the older generation try to make it like the younger generation don't want to work or something like that. It's not that. It ain't that we working the same amount of hours y'all work. The only difference is the pay ratio to the cost of living ratio is totally different. Pay has only increased maybe 20, 30, maybe 30% since their time. But the cost of living has went up like 500%. Like, and they knew it would be like this. They knew it. They knew that around this time, ain't nobody gonna be able to afford nothing. All the food fake. Like, it's so many things that should have been right for when we came along, and it's not right because the people in charge are baby boomers. We still ran by the old people. Like, there's nobody young really running the show yet. Not yet. Like, we still ran by old, rich people who don't want to let go the old good old days. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reason why when you go into the grocery store, the fruits don't be fresh no more. What happened to the lobster tank? I ain't seen a lobster tank in I don't know how long.
I mean, either. I was kind of questioning that because
Like
I ain't
you,
seen one either.
you used to
I
could call and get your meat cut fresh by the butcher.
so used to, and that's why I cut back on eating the seafood as much as seafood balls, cause ain't no telling what the hell we eating.
That's what I'm trying to get you to see is like America has become a business. It ain't a nation no more. It's become a business, and it's slowly affecting the people. Even with the foods, the chemicals in the foods and stuff, man, all this mental health. Well, nobody having no mental health problems like that back then. Now it seems like every other person got some type of mental problem, whether it be depression, some type of mental disorder, or and it's starting young too. It ain't just happening to adults, it's starting with the kids. Like, kid ain't even been through nothing traumatic and can't stand loud noise. Like, that's chemical imbalances. That's the food we eating. That's the,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it seems like all the healthy stuff that you can confirm is really the healthy stuff. It's just the expensive stuff like coconut water. One bottle of coconut water I drink is $6. But those Family Dollar waters like a dollar something. And it's supposed to be water.
Well, I am going to drop every week some things you guys need to look out for. Speaking of the food, we have recalls on chicken and pork products. You got various frozen items, fried rice, ramen, shamu from brands like Kroger, Ling Ling, Taipei, Trader Joe's due to potential contamination. So if you shop at any of these brands, their chicken and pork product, some of them has potential contamination. Your dairy, great value cottage cheese. From Sapeto, I think that's how SAPUTO USA,
Yeah, yeah.
recalled over potential health risk. You got your snacks, Miss Vicky spicy dill pickle potato chips, made by Frito Lay. If you eat those, they're made by Frito Lay. It is a recall on those.
And they been said Frito Lay was giving out bad food. I don't even see how they still open.
I remember it was a recall on the Fritos, the one in
Yeah,
the yellow bag. Yeah, it was
yeah,
a recall because I just started seeing them back on the shelves.
yeah. They said they was putting holes in your brain.
It was, and it was causing you to have upper GI problems
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is this company even still open?
because the salt that they were putting on it was causing some issues.
That mean that wasn't salt.
Yeah, it wasn't salt, it was some type of replicated salt, but it was causing people to be sick, like for real, for real. Produce, snowpack foods, organic frozen cut spinach, and the bulk spinach.
I honestly feel like the person that's the head of the FDA, and the FDA and the food department. I feel like though whoever those two people was over the last few, 20, 30, 40 years, I honestly feel like both of those people should be in jail for treason. Because how could you approve so many chemicals? Like, how can you approve? First of all, I remember a time where a company could not come out with something and say it's dick. Like, they could not come out with a juice and say this 100% juice if it's not 100% juice. Like, back then, they couldn't say, hey, this is strawberry and that's not real strawberry in there. Now everything just corn syrup, water, chemical, and sugar. Like, back then, I remember how people started liking the Diet Cokes and the Diet Pips. I remember when that first came out, most people didn't drink those because they really didn't have sugar in them. Like, now a person can come out, I can go get I can go get some food coloring, a bottle of water, and a whole bunch of sugar, mix it all together, and tell you that this is fruit juice, 100% fruit juice, and it ain't nothing but sugar water with food coloring. And I can sell that. I can sell that. You used to couldn't do that.
Nope. And you used to couldn't sell stuff on the streets without having a vendor's license.
Yeah. See, people
But
don't know that. I forgot what year it was. I got to look it up. But people don't know that they changed the laws. They legalized propaganda. This is what this is what made it legal for them to lie and say, "Hey, this is 100% beef. Whole time is human beef. Like they tell you that, oh, this pig was sick before we slaughtered it. Like they don't say, oh, this supposed to be good for you. And then we looking at look how the fruits look. Look how the fruits look. Since when an apple been round? Because when I was growing up, an apple used to look like a wisdom tooth.
yeah,
Now green apples used to be kind of round, but the red apple looked like a wisdom tooth. An orange used to be almost the size of a softball, like way bigger, like a volleyball. Like you, one orange used to be like a whole meal.
they have something out called candy. What is it called? Candy apple grapes.
Like how you make that?
And I bought them no, not candy apple, cotton candy grapes. And I bought them by mistake because Super One had them on sale. Now they really, really good. I ain't gonna hold you, but you can taste the cotton candy in it. And it was over there by the grapes. So if you're not paying attention, you gonna buy something that's infused with candy. And
You
what if
ate a
you're
you ate a
diabetic
ball
or
of
something?
you ate a ball of chemical. Tell me what grape can you grow to make it taste like cotton candy?
Yep. And
What
it has it on the top of the Bad cotton candy grapes.
I'm talking about the damn oranges don't got seeds, watermelons don't got seeds no more. Your strawberries go bad in 2 days. Your plums look like they just come out the gate riding.
And the watermelon is not good now. It's nasty.
You gotta find you somebody on the street. Get you a real watermelon. Like,
Yeah. So
it's
it's almost we at a point where you gotta start growing your own food.
but
This
they
what
didn't even
our
teach
stuff is
nobody how to
about.
do it. That's the crazy part. They ain't teach nobody how to grow food.
And that's why you gotta get you a book and read because with the price of how much stuff it's gonna do, I think I'm gonna dig me up a corner and plant me a couple of vegetables here because I'm telling you, going in that grocery store, honey, you better have your coins all the way together when you going in there and don't look to buy no 3 or 4 meals for 3 or 4, 5 days. You gonna go in there. If you ain't got nothing but $100, you finna get a day and maybe the half. But that's it.
Oh, now see, if you got $100, the smartest thing to do is not even get cooking food. Just get you a bunch of sandwich meat and bread. That's the only way you gonna be able to survive a week.
And ain't that a shame? You gotta make you gotta make you a sandwich just to make it through. No, I know you kidding me. You know what I'm saying? Come
You got a
on
hundred.
now.
If that's all you got, man, you might well just go get you a bunch of sandwich meat, bunch of bread. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get you a bunch of bread. Just get you a bunch of sandwich meat because the bread only gonna last for so long, but it don't mildew. So you could be eating bad bread and
Yup,
don't even
yeah, I
know
was
it.
just finna say, man, I had some bread. I know damn well a month. I know they didn't put some chemicals in this here butter bread.
Wasn't no green on
Not
it,
no
nothing.
green, brown, black, purple, or nothing. They didn't pump that with some
I'm
steroids
talking
or
about
something.
still smell good and everything, and the things clearly say it's expired.
Yeah. Even the milk is lasting longer, but when it do finally go spoil, it's
It goes
turning
spoiled.
into this thick, like brick chalk type
Man, I'm
material.
trying to tell you, man, these
So
people
yeah,
is
the
playing on
food
the.
is
That's why I say
dangerous.
he ain't wrong for going after they ad. They had been playing with us for a little minute. When you go to these grocery stores, you see what's on the market. Then don't let you forget how they playing with the portions now. Like,
They playing with the portions and then don't get no 2% or no 1% of fat free milk. It don't come out the cow 2%. So
what
you
I'm
know
trying
they
to tell you,
got to do
you might well
something
just go
to
get
it.
almond milk.
You might as well go and get the regular kind. Cause if it doesn't come out the cow 2%, why the hell you gonna let them put it through the chemical machine to make it 2%? When you
And
can
I
just
think that's
take
where the
out some.
contamination coming from. That's where the coming. I think when they processing it through the warehouses, that's where the contamination coming from. Because all that machinery, I learned that working in my little job. Like, if you got something running through metal for so long, pieces of the metal and the chemical that exerts, because some metals exert chemicals, some metals exert gas. A lot of people don't know that. So, like, it's a metal in my job that we can't really work with. It's gold, but the reason why we can't, they stopped us from working on it is because if we drill on it for too long, it'll catch on fire because of the gas that's exerting from the metal. So if you got something running through metal, whether it's food, especially stuff like food and liquid, and it's running through these metal machines all day and not being thoroughly cleaned throughout the day, you're getting a bunch of contaminated products. A bunch of it. A bunch of it is getting metal shavings in it, chemical gases in it that come from the metal and the oil and everything else they use with it, and they still ship it anyway. Like, have you seen what they do to pigs? Like, the machines is not clean. Like, they supposed to, if they gonna slaughter a machine, like they had one machine where they kind of ripped the pig into pieces, and they just sending different pig after pig through the machine. I'm like, bro, something like that, you supposed to clean the machine after each pig. because all that blood and guts get caught up in them gears and the wiring and become like a oil. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now the next pig that you done slaughter, all that meat got all that oil and whatever else in it. Like, yeah, they just they ain't yeah. We America needs a makeover. It needs a makeover. We need to get rid of stop fucking with Israel. Get away from them. Go fully independent. Get our inside because we die from the inside. Like America is hurt from the inside. Like it's not happening from outside the country. It's happening from the inside. The food fake, education system then went to trash. Like
A
the
medical the medical system is trash. And
doctors in it
Angela
for the
said
money.
fruit is not flavorful. You absolutely correct. Unless it's been manipulated like them cotton, the regular grapes taste horrible, but them cotton
Yeah,
candy grapes was off the chain.
yeah. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it was real when you got that. You go when it got you a fruit and it kind of tastes nasty. That's how you know you had a real fruit.
Yeah. So we just gotta be careful out here. We gotta be mindful of what we put in our bodies. We have to be more conscious of everything around us. Take care of yourself. You can't expect no one else to take care of you better than you could take care of yourself. Eating good is important, making sure you minimize as much as you can toxic waste you putting in your body, these fake foods. If the chicken too damn big, it's too damn big for you to eat. I don't know where they getting these Mike Tyson looking chickens from, but
They
if it's
killing the
too
roosters
big,
now.
I'm scared of them.
Yeah, they killing the rooster now. Remember they said they had a shortage of chickens.
And they can keep their show. So I eat as less chicken as possible. The chicken does not taste the same. Um, and so we have to be mindful of this over steroid harmonized food that we putting in our body, and we wonder why when we eat we feel like somebody ran us over in the car.
Trying to
Ju-
tell you.
just take a few days and eat healthy, eat real fruit, real vegetables, protein, uh eat real food for a day or two, and then go back to eating this manipulated food, and you'll be able to tell the difference in your energy, your thought clarity, all of that.
Kid
You'll be able to
lives.
tell the difference.
Go get them kid lives.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell the difference. Drink plenty of fluid. And if you're dehydrated, now Josh told me about this. Coconut water is the best. If you got a cramp, if you cramping and you know you haven't been putting in fluids like you supposed to, coconut water within 2 to 3 days to get you all the way back right.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure you gotta test the brands. That's what I tell. Test the brand because, like I said, with the propaganda, they might say it's coconut water, but it might not be real coconut water, or they might have added sugar to it. So what you gotta look for is when you tasting anything, you want to know if it's natural. You looking for like a earthy taste, like a woody dirt taste. It might be faint. It might not be no strong. It might be in the aftertaste. But if you get that taste, well, it tastes like some dirt or something might have been in it. That's how you know you got the real thing. Like because minerals, the stuff that's good for you, it don't taste good. The only thing in the world I can think of that might taste good, like sweet and taste real good for you, that's good for you, is mango. Because
Hmm.
watermelon really is not supposed to be sweet.
No, it's not. I agree.
So you gotta try to look at for them type of things. And also understand if you're gonna go the fruit way, you understand that one fruit will have you full for the whole day.
So I will. It will cut your appetite. Like I've started in the morning. I've let the Old County Market or Super Value, whoever they calling themselves now. I used to go get their breakfasts every morning. But after I got sick, I stopped doing that. And so now I get my little protein pack. It has the cheese, the peanuts, and the raisins in it, a banana or some other form of fruit. And
Mhm.
and that keeps me, I don't even have to get lunch doing that. I just eat
Yeah,
that and get dinner because I notice when you're eating the real fruit, it expands in your stomach better, and you don't need much. You don't even get hungry.
yeah. You don't even get hungry. Like it's just a lot of things that we were taught coming up, and then you get older and you just find out different things is actually the truth. Like they say you're supposed to eat 3 times a day, but you really don't. Like
I mean, you don't want to eat 3 times a day if you can't find your neck. If your neck has disappeared,
it's what you eat.
yes,
That's the
it's what you
yeah,
eat. But if your neck has disappeared and every time you are eating 3 times a day, every time you eat, you are eating 17 to 2,000 calories at a time.
yeah, yeah. That's the problem.
Slippery slow.
See, I think for as that, you just gotta have some discipline because it is hard trying like when you say people, people be like, I'm gonna go on a fruit diet. It's hard to go on a fruit diet because to eat just fruit every day for like a month, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard because eventually what happens is your brain gonna get tired of you gonna get tired of it. But you gotta have discipline on how you do it. Like, man, I'm gonna eat this at 9, then I'm gonna eat this at 3, then I'm gonna eat this at 5. That's it. And you gotta stick to it. But it's hard to do that, especially when you live in life. You know what I'm saying? That's another problem with money. You know what I'm saying? It's like not having a bunch of money prevents you from just doing simple things to take care of yourself because you don't really have the time. Like if you at work all day, how you gonna eat fruit? You gonna go to that little food truck real quick, get you something on your lunch break instead of trying to, what I'm saying, hold down an apple, or
Yep.
like you gonna go and go to the food truck.
Yep.
But I be seeing that with rich people. Like I see that's why you will see a rich person get in shape. I see why, because they got the time and the resources and the money to just be able to sit back for 3 months or whatever and do nothing but work out and eat right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that the average person don't have that kind of luxury. Like the only ones that's doing it is ones that's been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody just starting fresh and saying, "Hey man, I'm just going to fruit diet for 60 days and work out for 60 days straight, just cold turkey, just like that." Ain't nobody do that. You ain't got the time to do it. You can't afford to do it because a thing of bananas cost $12. So you know what I'm saying? A bag of apples cost $7, $8. So you can't just, you know what I'm saying? You can't just do it like that. Like you used to could back when you had more people still growing stuff on the street, but now you can't do that. Like if it was up to me, I would drink nothing with coconut water. But I can't do that because one bottle costs $6. So you do the math. And I can drink by 3 or 4 of them a day. You do the
Yeah, they
math.
more than $6 now. Shit, they done went up. They
That's
way
what
more than that. I seen
I'm,
that. I had to, and so when you budgeting, you ain't gonna be able to afford to drink coconut water unless you go get you a coconut and crack it open yourself because the coconut water has went up.
and check this out. Where you gonna get a damn coconut from? Because they don't sell them in the store no more.
They sold on. I was
Don't
looking
no,
for me
don't
one
nobody
because
notice that. They don't even sell them no more.
I noticed that you gotta go to one of these markets. I think Alda. I think I seen them in Aldi. I think that's what they name, Aldi. I think I seen some in there. But you have to go to these specialty markets in order to find some coconuts because they're not going to be in your average grocery store chains at all. We have been on here for almost 4 hours. It's now 12 a.m. I am going to wrap the show up. Josh, thank you so much for being a guest. I'm going to recap, guys. When you go to these, get you some gas. If you have a credit card, they're going to charge you 10 cents more than the price of cash. So if you can help it, if you're going to get gas, if the gas is 370, if you pay cash, it's 370. If you pay with a card, it is 380. So be mindful of that. And gas is going to go up. So make sure you guys adjust to the economy. All of the prices are going up. All of the prices is gonna go up. So you guys got to be mindful of that. All of the prices is gonna go up. And so make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your family. We are living in a world where no place is safe, but ain't no place like home. So stay at home if you have to. You guys be safe out there. I will be back this Thursday. I'm going to do something on domestic violence, but I got to get with my person. If we don't do domestic violence Thursday, this coming Thursday, we will have another hot topic on Thursday to discuss because people need to be educated about what's going on out here in this world. If you guys are rocking with our president with the crooked hair, just bear with him because things are going to get worse before they get any better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, helping me rebuild my algorithm. And I'll see you guys back here on Thursday for another unworldly perspective. You guys stay safe and be blessed out there. Talk to you guys soon. Good night. Bye.
Hey, I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. Later to see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up. Been on my grind since 2013. Now the way that I live, I feel like a king. 24 hours, I'm locked in. I'm feeling like Kobe.